And we are live. Welcome everybody to another episode of You Know What? Let me just say podcast. I am your host Ray. With me as always, we have Father.
Wagwan.
We have DR.
Good evening.
We have D Wolf.
Yo, yo.
We have Crystal.
Hola.
And we have Tanya.
Hello.
Yes, she's back.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
she is. So how's everybody doing tonight?
Better now.
Jesse still giving you trouble, Father?
Nah, it's actually working now.
That's a first.
Don't jinx it.
All right. As usual, I want to start with the wrestling, and I'm just want to get that out the way. So, from what I've seen and from what others have told me, Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard are taking over NXT, and basically Triple H has been I don't want to say relieved, but I guess he's not going to be head no more and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
That's right.
It's not a full, from what I've read, it's not like a full takeover where Triple H is out of the picture completely. Like he still has hands on the show. It's just now, basically, he has to run everything past fucking Vince McMahon.
Okay, sounds like a demotion to me. So basically,
It's a demotion, but not a complete like removal of Paul Valette from the situation.
It's
That's
not
his real name, by the way.
No, it's not a
he
demotion
went
at
from
all.
I don't know. He went from basically having the words in the say so to someone else doing it. I don't know. How y'all feel about it?
R.I.P. NXT.
I think Vince
And that's
McMahon
what I've been.
the fuck down.
That's what I've been seeing. That's what everybody's saying. RIP NXT, not just from Father
Well,
and Phil, but like other how can I say it? Other content creators that does content on wrestling. Everybody's been saying that. So
It was trending on Twitter too.
facts.
and it was true. So this is how you know it's bad.
But the main issue is that Vince is out of touch. That's the main thing. That man is actually out of touch with the current product. That's why Raw has been suffering. That's why SmackDown's starting to suffer. He's just out of touch. Because remember when Heyman was running SmackDown, that shit was beautiful.
Yeah.
And then like everything, it was doing too good. You see, there's a pattern here. Whenever your shit does too good, Vince come up. Vince comes, he's like, nah, man. I can do it too.
It always seems like that anytime Paul Heyman like does something when he goes to Raw and it does good, like Vince take over. When he does SmackDown, he does Vince take over. It's just like, damn, you just can't win for nothing.
Not only can you win, if you start winning too much, he's gonna take it away from you. You remember it's like landing on the fucking Bowser shit on Mario Party. You be doing great, then you land on that motherfucker. That's Vince McMahon right there. And he takes your motherfucking stars, literally.
You be. I was sitting there in the game. Sorry, you be about to win, and then a motherfucker draw that sorry card and send your ass back to your start.
It's been a while since I played Sorry, so I'm gonna just assume. You could have said Uno.
I'm showing my age. I'm showing my age. I know, but it is what it is.
Bruh, Vince McMahon is the draw 4. No. He's not the draw 4. Let me take that back. He's the draw 4
wild card.
No. He's the draw 4 when 3 other people got draw 4s and you put yours down. You ain't got none.
Oh, he's the one that starts the bullshit. Oh man,
Vince McMahon, the type of dude to change the color when you're about to win.
No. If you play a Mario Kart, Vince is that spiked shell that chases the person in first place.
Shit, he's 2 of them. Back to back. That's actually happened to me before too.
Oh shit!
I don't care what anybody say. Mario Kart's not for kids.
It's not.
It's not for kids.
That game will make you cuss.
Mario Kart ends friendships. As much as people talk about motherfucking Monopoly and other shit, Mario Kart legitimately ends friendships.
I think Mario Party is worse, but we can say
Mario Party is only slightly worse because you have that board game aspect to it.
Now we need a WWE Mario Party. And I want Vince McMahon as Bowser.
Shut up.
That motherfucker is Bowser. And Shane McMahon can be the Bowser Jr.
I feel like they'll do that. I feel like that's not out of their grasp. I feel like they would do that.
Nah, but like on some real shit, they was also talking about how the NXT product from now on, they say it's not going to be changed that much. But somebody brought a good comparison. They said compare ECW before WWE acquired it and after WWE acquired it. Because for the first few times, ECW was actually doing pretty good. Then it got WWE. If you remember, that's when we had Bobby Lashley as ECW champion. Mark Henry was ECW champion. John Morrison was ECW champion. I think Kane was also ECW champion at one point.
Briefly, but yeah.
Yeah, and the product suffered.
Even though it did give us Kofi Kingston. I'm glad about that.
Yeah. It gave us Kofi Kingston. It gave us Sheamus.
Gave us Bobby Lashley.
No, Bobby Lashley was before ECW. Then they shifted to ECW. Yeah, then they shifted to ECW. Because Bobby Lashley debuted on SmackDown. And it was funny because right after his match, that nigga had to eat burgers or some shit.
The fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but that was hilarious.
Either way, like I said, I need Vince McMahon to sit his ass the fuck down.
He's not gonna.
He's not gonna.
That man will die as CEO. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Okay, you can be CEO, but then let the people under you do their jobs.
But
you don't have to intervene.
Dion, I'm Vince McMahon. I'm Vince McMahon.
It's his company. What do you mean he doesn't have to? What? It's his company. What are you talking about?
You own an organization or whatever. You designate people to do certain shit for you for a fucking reason.
That's fine, but I have the final say so, nigga.
Exactly. It's like
if you don't like it, watch AEW. Oh wait.
Yeah.
WWE is one bad decision away from collapsing altogether, I think.
Bro, they made all the bad decisions they could ever muster.
They're one bad decision away from just collapsing it into itself completely.
Karrion Kross is still wearing that stupid ass mask. I just want you to know.
He's a kink. Oh God!
I don't think I will ever stop bringing that shit up because that is sad. That saddens me.
Again, potentially one of the most intimidating things in wrestling, and then you reduce him to a fetish.
I mean, look what they did to Brodus Clay.
Funkers on a roll. Funkers on a roll.
Somebody call
I can't be completely mad about that because we did get Naomi out of that.
No, we didn't.
No, he didn't.
We got Cameron off of that, but not Naomi. Naomi was there before that.
Naomi was on NXT with AJ Lee. But it's look, I've been saying this, I'll say it before I say it again. Triple H needs to run a fade with Vince.
Please. That needs to fucking happen.
I would get sick and tired of seeing everything that I worked for just crumble into my hands and it's not my fault. So One thing I do hate seeing good ideas turn bad because of stupid people or people that can't make right decisions. It's just like everything you did is perfect. All you got to do is just take it from here to here. And for some reason, every time you just goof it up and then just give us a shitty product or a real watered down version of it.
Case in motherfucking point, the Hurt Business. It was so beautiful. Then they fucked it up.
Yep.
Yeah, they never should have swerved the Hurt Business.
Not the way they did it, at least.
They every faction has to go to separate ways at some point. It's just they did it in a stupid way, and then also they did it too fucking soon.
I don't even think they shouldn't have went away. It's just like I understand. I know what you're talking about because every faction has broken up except for the New Day ish. But yeah, it's just like.
And then Kofi's hurt again, ain't he?
I mean, he's getting old. I think he's going to retire soon. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
Triple H, you need to run that fade, bro. I don't know what you're waiting for, but bro, you need to steal that man in the face. Something. And make sure Stephanie see it too. Cause that's no.
Oh shit.
And then send the video to Karen Cross directly. Be like, I got you.
And Samoa Joe.
So far, they ain't fuck up Samoa Joe, but then again, the next NXT is a New Day.
No, Joe is not the one. That's all I'm gonna say. Vince can touch a lot of people. I don't think he can touch Joe.
They considering where Samoa Joe is at now, yeah, I think you're absolutely right about that. If they do anything to Samoa Joe now, that will kill NXT.
Okay. Among other, but you know what? We're going to onto another topic. Father, you wanted to talk about something you sent me last week, and I remember I was supposed to talk about it, but the podcast was already like 2.5 hours long, so I figured we just talk about it this week. It was about senior citizens volunteering for like small business jobs or something like that.
Yeah, I like saw the article. I didn't even read the article, but I saw it because I thought it was very interesting. Because the workforce right now, as we know it, I don't know if y'all heard of the Great Resignation or not, but a lot of people have quit their jobs like this year. Like over 4 million people quit their fucking jobs. And most of the people that quit their jobs are actually millennials, people our age and shit. So, we see on the internet like all these different places like McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts and shit talking about nobody wants to work anymore. Everybody's on unemployment, so nobody wants to come back. And I'm like, no, that is not what's happening. What's happening is people are finally understanding that they're not fucking wage slaves and that they deserve more. You know what I'm saying? So with that, a lot of people started quitting their jobs, and a lot of people who had jobs in like office buildings and shit like that, they want to work from home and they want more money from the money they've been paying now because, as you know, shit is getting more expensive now. And with the recent like hurricanes and tropical storms and climate change happening and shit, like people are understanding that this world, bruh, is deteriorating. It's deteriorating right before our very eyes. So I find it very interesting that old people are trying to step up, and they were trying to frame it as if there's this, senior citizens are stepping up to work because other people don't want to work. And it's like, no, that's not what's happening. People want to work. People understand the importance of work, but there needs to be a work-life balance. Did you know the United States is the only country in this motherfucking earth that does not guarantee sick leave or doesn't guarantee maternal leave either? Like other countries, you are guaranteed maternal leave. In America, you have to negotiate for that shit. They don't give it to you straight up. And what I find so funny is motherfuckers can catch COVID and still be expected to go back to work. You know what I'm saying? People have lost their jobs for being sick. People have lost their benefits because they don't have jobs anymore. And it's gotten to a point where even if you unionize, like your union has to be pretty special to get like a lot of shit because corporate interests and lobbies and shit, they have a lot of power in the political world. They have a lot of power. They send politicians a lot of money so they can get away with certain shit. So a union would actually, be beneficial for everybody. Like I did some research in Sweden, like they're all unions. You know what I'm saying? They have very, very, very powerful unions that advocate for the workers in political spaces. That's why like they don't get cucked over there in Sweden when it comes to their work. They don't get cucked over there in the Nordic countries. A lot of European countries, there's a healthy work-life balance. There was even a thing that said we even work like during the year, we work more hours than the Japanese. And the Japanese, like, they have a word for death by overwork. It's called karoshi, death by overwork. I saw another documentary about South Korea about the delivery drivers. People, like 12 people died from overwork from the delivery drivers because when COVID shut everything down, everybody started ordering shit online. So the people that drive the delivery trucks have to get there early, like 4 a.m. They have to load the inventory into the trucks, which they don't get paid for, by the way. They do not get paid for loading the inventory on the trucks. And they have to drive. And some people they can deliver up to like midnight. You know what I'm saying? Every single day, just doing it and doing it and doing it to the point where somebody was in a coma, even. And they had a rally for the person, and they were trying to tell them like, yo, these people are like working their asses off. These people like deserve benefits, not only just benefits, but like decrease the workload because this is a lot of motherfucking work. So with this article that I saw, it just brought everything into perspective. Like, bro, you are not a slave. You are not somebody that you don't have to go to these jobs and work 50 fucking hours just to have a decent life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the fact that they're trying to frame this narrative that old people are trying to save the economy by working these low wage jobs, fuck that shit. There's an agenda going on out here. They're trying to disempower the American worker, and I see that shit for what it is. Like, no, we're not doing that shit.
Where's the lie? There's no lie told.
I like that article. I like that topic a lot because I'm a victim of that. They didn't give me a maternity leave. I had to beg for it. In fact, I had the doctor's wife call me to ask me if I got the memo while I was in bed resting about the birth. She said, well, we'll call you to come back, all because I'm on bed rest. And to top it off, I had to get back to work after giving birth to my child 2 weeks after, with stitches in my stomach, or else I would have lost my job. So I definitely agree that, the article was making it looking like we don't want to work. But I can guarantee that a lot of people are taking advantage. And if you're low income, what are you going to do? Do you have time to go and get a lawyer? Do you have time to fight for the rights that they put up in the lunchroom? No, you don't have the time. You need time to discuss what they're really doing with to you. You need the evidence to back it up, and then pay. Let me tell you, when I finally quit that same job that took fucking advantage of me, and I allowed it to happen because I didn't know any better, being a young mom and just wanting to pay for rent and stuff, I didn't have the luxury to quit. But when I finally had all my ducks in a row and I was able to quit, let's just say they didn't want to give me my last paycheck. Now, I'm from Brooklyn, so I can't really tell you guys what I did to get back at that bitch, but just so you know, it was very unfair. And, it's a lot of medical assistants that went through the same shit as me.
In other words, it was handled.
You could say that.
Yep. I'm gonna use the Olivia Pope word. It's handled. So, all right.
I think we all have a fucked up story like that involving that job.
Yeah, mine was my parents, but it got
Nah,
handled.
and because what ended up happening to me, this was a couple years back. Hey, stop yelling. Um, so there was one job I was working back when I was living in Landover. I worked at night. Luckily, the place was walking distance from my mom's place where I was living at the time, so it is what it is. I actually ended up getting jumped by some motherfuckers that were attempting to rob me. I ended up getting hold of one of them motherfuckers sometime afterwards and got my revenge, but that's beside the point. I ended up calling out of work that night, you know, told told the manager, or whatever, what happened, this, that, and the third. They gave me that night off, but I still had to come into work the next night, face still banged up and shit. They saw this, but tell me why. Okay, the incident happened. They gave me the night off. I went to work the next night. They fired me the day after.
Damn.
Hi, baby.
Damn. Just straight up like that?
Can't you sue for that?
Yes. It was years ago. I probably could have, but you know what? I let that shit go.
Yeah, I was about to ask the same thing. Can't you sue for that?
I I ended up a couple of weeks later. I ended up finding another gig that paid twice what I was making with them motherfuckers. So I just let that shit go.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But worse is that they'll, and this is not I'm not against people that come here, illegally and stuff like that. There's rules and laws in place, but if they're here, I'm not going to discriminate against them. So what I'm about to say, I'm just putting it here. It was times when I was hired and they wanted to pay my coworker less because she was, Mexican. But yet she was speaking Spanish and doing all this extra stuff, and they was paying her $9 an hour. She was there longer than me. Now that's unfair in itself.
First off, can we talk about? Okay, first off, $9 is a pathetic wage for any job whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody should be getting paid $9 an hour. You could be fucking you could turn on the TV for like an old person and you should be getting paid like $20 an hour, honestly. But my thing is, because a lot of low wage workers get paid so pitifully, they don't have a lot of power to like renegotiate.
No.
They don't have a lot of power to really do anything because they don't have that foundation. They're always one paycheck away from like poverty, straight up homelessness and shit.
Yeah.
So
fuck one paycheck away, nigga. They're in poverty, even with the money they have, because even with that little bit of money, they can't afford to do shit.
No, they can see, but the thing is, like, it depends on what area you're in. That's why I said it like that, because it does depend what area you're in.
Oh yeah,
getting paid $9 an hour in Alabama is much different than getting paid $9 an hour in New York. You know what I'm saying? So depending on the environment that you're in, your money can go a little bit further. But the problem is that the American worker has been so like disempowered to the point where, like, even when you was talking about your experience, Dion, the fact that you were expected to come back to work the next day after like an incident happened to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit will not fly in Sweden. In Sweden, motherfuckers is getting fired if that shit happened to you. You know what I'm saying? And you getting compensation for that shit. So the fact that shit happened to you and like they just, glossed it over and you were able to find a job that paid more and, you went there, like, that's the problem within itself. You shouldn't have to be subject to that type of treatment. The American workers should not be subject to working so many hours to the point where they're not seeing their families. The American workers should not be subject to fucking wages that don't pay shit. You know, like there's so much that goes into just a proper work environment. Just even going to work in itself is anxiety for a lot of people because they got to deal with traffic. You know what I'm saying? They got to deal with people that don't want to be there as well. They got to deal with incompetent managers. They got to deal with incompetent HR. Finding a job is even harder than it was 10 motherfucking years ago. Even with all the technological advancements that we have now, shit is getting automated. So a lot of jobs, like in the next 30 to 40 years, is going to disappear. Like,
fuck 30, 40, I think 10.
I mean, yeah, the way technology is advancing, but the thing is, there's still, like, even in 10 years, there's still going to be a need for labor. There's still going to be people that have to optimize systems. There's still going to be people that have to design different ways to implement certain things. So it's still going to be relatively healthy, but where it's going right now, shit. You know what I'm saying? And the really sad part is the people that are coming up. You know, our children that are coming up, they're going to inherit an economy that has absolutely nothing for them at the rate that we're going. Because, you know, and I think someone, no, not someone, I read this YouTube, what's it called, comment, and it said that, like, yo, so if you're working and you're not getting adequate, you know, you're not getting like adequate compensation for your work, you're basically just delaying the inevitable. And by the inevitable, he meant you're going to get to a point where you look back at all the shit that you've done and like the time that you put into the company, and you're going to have fucking regret. And then that shit is going to make you stressed. That shit's going to make you depressed. And I feel like a lot of people have experienced that, where they come home after a day of work and then they got to do it the next day. And it's just like fucking soul crushing. The fact that you are stuck in this predicament, you can't move, you don't feel like you have freedom, and you just feel constricted. You know what I'm saying? Like at this damn job. I felt that way when I was at Walmart. And I only went there, bro. And I only went there to get a fucking laptop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made my mind, once I get enough money for this laptop, I was leaving. But the process to get there was a fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's so sad because I see other people, they have the same experience as me. And it's even gotten to the point where, like, I'm filling out applications and I'm like, yo, in the back of my mind, I'm like, please don't fucking hire me, because I feel like you're about to exploit me. I feel like you're about to disrespect my time. I feel like I'm about to be a slave. You know, every time I'm filling out an application, it's like an auction block every single time I sign my name into a fucking application. Mm-hmm. Like, despite how much money you get, it just doesn't seem that worth it to me, because everybody is suffering. I feel like everybody is fucking suffering. I mean, yeah, there's going to be people that like their job. There's going to be people that enjoy the perks of their job and shit like that. But for regular ass people that just want enough to live, like, bruh, nah, it ain't it. Shit has to change.
Q the Reach God done into the building. How you doing, Q?
I am fine. I'm actually enjoying this very educated conversation. I just, just sit in the background, just listening, agreeing, shaking my heads, doing my mm-hms.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any insight? Do you have any insight on this, Q, from your point of view?
Yeah, but first of all, how's everybody doing in the panel? It's nice to see everybody made it back.
Yep, good.
Personally, like, it's mostly piggybacking on what Father said, as far as the technology is increasing, but it's necessarily cutting out a lot of jobs, a lot of simple, jobs, jobs that don't require hand-on situations anymore, and it's getting difficult. But it also creates more reasoning for the what is it, the base pay for any job to increase, because it's so hard to find a job. So it's like the value of a job should increase, because everybody can't get one all of a sudden. So, but it doesn't. So it just, it just doesn't make sense. It never does make sense. I'm one of those people who took forever to find a job. Now I'm looking for another job because I just want to be able to be comfortable because I don't feel like everything is going to be fine once this pandemic situation lifts, if it ever lifts, because it doesn't seem like it's going to. But if it ever does, I want to be fully prepared for when the world opens back up completely. And there are a lot of jobs where people, are needed. So it's very stressful. I hate being an adult. I wish I was a kid again.
I think that's all of us.
Like, I'm
Yeah,
just
adulting fucking sucks.
like I swear
Thanks.
I look at my kids and I just want to slap them. Like you just
Oh my.
you just don't
Do you understand? Right? Do you understand? Like
how jealous I am right now.
these, these are the literal like before you even turn 12. Those are the best years of your life.
Oh my God.
Oh
Like
my God,
I
yes.
I enjoy like even I'm gonna be honest. Every year you spent before you officially became an adult, meaning you paid bills. Your livelihood wasn't just based off of you anymore. Like you contribute to a bigger cause eventually
Right? Not
within your
even.
household. That's what I consider adulting is like. Even if you live in a house of your own, there's still some way somehow you're contributing to something bigger than just that. You got people who just who's just okay with the bare minimum and just lives like that. And I don't consider that adulting because it's necessarily you progressing for a different life outside of yours. It could be anybody's. It could still be yours, but it could be a different life that you want that you're working towards. Like me, my different life isn't necessarily me, it's my kids now. So I don't really count on my life to be any much greater. I count on their lives to be much greater. But you have people who do it, to make their lives much greater, but that's still adulting. That's what I consider adulting. And ever since then, it just sucks ass. Like it's just like, what the fuck? Like I feel like I didn't start adulting until I was what, 21, 22, when it really hit that I was a parent. And once that like really started to simmer and slow me down, it really I just like fuck having fun. Who wants to have fun anymore? Like fuck out of here.
Shit.
Like I
For
feel like
me, like shit, and this is probably just due to the way things went for me. Like even my teens sucked, so it's just like anything over the age of 12, I don't want anything to do with anymore. Like,
See, like it's so like it's kind of like because I'm hearing everything you're saying, bro. Y'all saw me like I just recently turned 27 and I still feel like a motherfucking child. You know what I'm saying? Like shit out here is crazy. And what makes me the most upset is just how everything is a process for no motherfucking reason. I remember, bro, I was trying to get a mail key for my apartment and to get my mail. So the first time I went over there, I was like, okay, I have my lease, whatever. Because I had it on the phone at the time. Like I had it pulled up. She could just read it and shit. So then she tells me, you got to have this printed out. So I was like, yo, the lease is right here. Just like
you
the
got a copy
entire
of it in the
lease.
fucking drawer.
Literally right here. And then, but no, because this was a post office. It wasn't my apartment people. It was a post office. So the second time I went over there, I had the printed out lease and I gave it to her, and then she's like, it expires today. And I'm like, no, it doesn't expire today. It expires at midnight. So I'm like, bro, read the lease. And she still wouldn't give it to me. And I'm like, this is the second time you threw me away. And I had the lease both motherfucking times. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is just an unnecessary ass process. In order to fucking renew my fucking ID, I have to wait a month. Like what?
isn't it sad that we spend 12 to 15 years of our life in an institution that teaches none of this to us?
None
Nothing.
of it.
Right.
None of it.
So,
Spend
oh my
15
god.
years of we spent 15 years
No
of
life
our
skills.
beautiful fucking
But they,
lives.
but again, it's they fail to. I'm not even going to say fail. because they don't tell you certain things for a fucking reason.
No, that sounds like failure.
No,
Basically.
it's not a no, it's not a failure if they intentionally do not tell you shit. It's for a reason.
Nah, they tell you, you just gotta pay attention. You gotta pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Man,
Man,
look,
Yeah.
man, pay
man,
attention to these nuts and bootstrap this
there
dick.
are things,
Anyway,
That's what I'm saying, Dion. That's
there are
right.
things, there are,
Remember, remember a few weeks ago, I was like, "That's what teachers do. That's what these schools do. They teach us what to think and not how to think."
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, that's gonna be the next topic, D Wolf. But go ahead.
but it just,
No, that was it.
it just doesn't make sense
Mm-mm.
how we are like. I consider this a dictation with like the biggest sheet over it ever. Like it's like a ghost. Like you ever went to like a Halloween party, or like you see one of those Halloween episodes on a show, and then you see somebody that walks in with like a sheet, and they're supposed to be a ghost, and you're like, that's obvious as fuck. Like it's like the worst thing in the fucking world, but they still have the decency or the blatantly to even do it anyway. That's how I feel like the government is. They tell us this is fucking, it's a democracy, we have a choice, but really we don't. So I consider this shit as a fucking dictation being camouflaged by the word democracy. Bullshit. The point of the matter is, while we teach, I make sure I teach my kids life skills. Common sense goes a long way in life. I swear it does. I know 40, 50-year-olds who don't have common sense. Like
That's scary.
you know there are people who have high-powered jobs. Hint, hint, managers. Hint, hint, CEOs. Hint, hint, presidents who
you
don't
missed our whole conversation about Vince McMahon. It's funny you said that.
like. It's just like common fucking sense. Like I don't need to know. I don't want to know what 2 plus 2.5 is. 2 plus 2 is 4. Let's just leave it there and go the fuck to the next lesson. Like, what the fuck is the point of breaking down shit that never, it doesn't get this complicated? You create this shit.
We
Who the
don't
fuck,
like.
who is the person that said 2 plus 2 equals 4? What the fuck is 2? We could go into all this dumbass shit if we wanted to, but we are fucking camouflaged and we're lied to and we're told that these things fucking matter. But when we go into the real world, what the fuck really matters?
I just want you to know I had 3 years experience and I still have trouble getting hired. Somebody please make it make sense.
Like, oh, come on. I
And
literally
I
have
know
a fucking certificate in medical administrative assistance. I haven't gotten to a hospital yet. Why?
because you got to know people, you got to kiss ass, you have to network, which we were never talked about in school, maybe college, but it was briefly touched. So it's all bullshit. I remember getting my first promotion. It was based off me going to karaoke bar with all the nurses, registered nurses, and fucking doctors. Why the fuck do I have to do all of that to get what is rightfully mine?
And then you don't even like the motherfuckers.
And
And
part.
The funny part is, hey, I swear, you want to know the funny part? There are at least 3 or 4 people on this podcast right now who networked by themselves. We met each other. It wasn't the school who taught us how to. I mean, they gave us tools sometimes. They attempted to do things. But in reality, this even things like this come from people who have the drive to want to network and go beyond just what they were taught by a bunch of bullshit motherfuckers who are paid to tell you what the fuck they're told to tell you. Like, you know who I like? I like the recreational centers that don't get money for shit.
Yeah, the nonprofit.
That's where I worked at. That's why I started this. That's why I started my shit at. Like,
bro, those are the best people to meet too. The people that be
swear,
working at them recreational centers and
there's a
shit.
guy-
Those are
there's
the
a-
best.
There's a guy named Mr. Aaron. This is Mr. Hinton. He was probably one of the best people I ever met in my life. He was the honest, got drunk, drunker than any person you probably knew. But the things he said out of his mouth and what he was teaching the kids younger than me. He wasn't teaching. We had morals of the day and words to learn. And these kids were 14-year-olds learning how to use the word frugal. Didn't even know what the fuck frugal was. They thought it was a freaky fish or some shit. Like, it was weird, but they learned. And it's like he was teaching things like this, and he was doing it the most honest way without being like corporate, without being paid for it. And he's like, I can go home if I want to, but I choose to come here. That's what makes it authentic. That's what makes people gravitate towards you. I don't like this shit is stupid. Oh my God. I'm gonna start an institute.
Please do.
I'm gonna get rich and start an institute. I'm hiring everybody here. Cause I promise you, I'll never fire you.
I always said, if I won the lottery, the first thing I'm doing is I'm paying all y'all motherfucking student loans.
Ray, I swear, hey Ray, let me tell you something. If I hire you and you are drunk on the job, I promise you, I won't fire you because I understand. I get it.
But when I saw the fuckery, I said, my kids ain't going through this shit.
Nah.
This shit. So I already got my son already selling on eBay. I got Kiori already doing her animations, and I got the other two looking at some schools for like nursing and stuff. For like the one that you could just get your LPN and call it a day, just to something to fall back on. Because that's what they do to people. You go to school, you go to college for 4 years, no experience, and then you get out there in the world, and then you are not even taught how to network. You're not really taught how to get into certain institutions.
It becomes a waste of money. It becomes a waste of time and money.
It does. It really does. And it's not fair. But this system is not made to be fair. It's meant for people to realize that it's an underhanded way to get what you want. For instance, the trucking business that I have, the first it really made me kind of sick to know that the trucking business actually could pay more than a person who's a doctor professional.
Wow.
Or a lawyer. My first check that I saw linking up with people that can do the trucking business with me, just one load was $6,000 fucking dollars.
Good God.
So I'm not doing this.
That's paying my rent for 3 months.
Where you live at again?
That's just one load.
Rent.
All based on
where you live at again? Because if you need workers, I'm about to come find you.
We'll talk.
You funny as shit.
Based all.
Who said I was joking, nigga?
I know you're not.
And
Yeah,
that's the funny part.
So I'm driving.
I had to take a fucking picture.
Shit.
So think about this. If you told a child, hey, if you get your own authority, get your CDL and get all the special requirements that would only take 2 months, guess what? You can buy your own truck, get your fucking own insurance, put people on that you know drive CDL or get them and build a fleet. You would get paid more than a teacher. You'll get paid more than even an NFL if you keep your fleets going and growing. But nobody teaches this shit in school. We're taught to be fucking slaves and look at somebody like, oh, well, can you put in a good word for me so I can get hired? Fuck that shit. Fuck it.
What the fuck is a good word these days?
Excelsior.
How about that one? Let's start. Let's get a definition on what a good word is.
I feel you know what? A good word only depends on the person you talking to. Exactly. If you're talking to someone that's fucking manager of McDonald's, that's not a motherfucking good word. But if you're talking to like somebody who's on the inside and like at the Apple company or whatever, that's a motherfucking good word. It depends on who it is. Cause like, yeah, it's like Crystal said, it's not about what you do, it's who you know. And I find it hilarious that you got promoted off of karaoke. That's funny as shit.
I fucking.
Hey, what song was you singing?
Yes, that was my next question.
I'm a survivor.
Bills. Yes!
What the fuck?
We
All
here.
of you. All of you. Oh shit.
I do legit want to know though.
Yeah, that's a good question. Was it Highway to Hell?
Yeah.
That's
Oh
funny.
my god.
Ooh, 1,000 miles.
Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
Hard work is an illusion.
I also wait for her to answer to that.
Just two things. There's a difference between being intelligent and being smart. And as to the job thing, I think where it comes to being able to live on this stuff, I think what happened is those who pay us, I think they have it where they're looking at things the old ways, where dead end jobs were just temporary, but nowadays they're long term. And the reason for that, I guess, I know we could all agree. The reason for that is because of the living wage. Because at least back then, a dead end job was known as a dead end job. So, like, if you move out from your house, you get a little apartment, get a little place, you can afford that with a dead end job. And then when you pay your way through school and this, that, and the other, when you save, then you make it and get your career. Then you get out of that apartment and then you go to high places. But yeah, I believe it's living wage and all this tax bullshit that's keeping us from doing that. So now these dead end jobs have become permanent, and that's how those who pay us, they still think of it as dead end jobs. So we don't need all that money. What we need to pay you for like that. We don't expect you to stay here forever. Then we could fire you anytime you want. You're a loose end.
I didn't expect to stay here forever too.
Yeah.
Yep. All I know is,
but that's how it's set up now.
All I know is when I worked at Walmart, I was ready to go. It's like as someone that's been in the military and has been on like a ship in the middle of nowhere for like months, I'd rather do that than work at Walmart again.
I knew I would have left Walmart as soon as I got that.
That's how depressing Walmart is. So anytime Father brings up Walmart, I don't want to say PTSD, but it's like
you cringe a little bit.
I take a big deep breath.
Out 12.
You cringe a little bit.
Out 12.
Yeah.
I put a post up to work at Walmart, and it's a whole post about doing better. But at the end of my post, I had to laugh. Like, I don't want to work at Walmart, and it cut off. And then all the time that I was at Walmart just started flooding back to me. And you're right, it's like PTSD because the shit that I went through. It's like going to fucking boot camp, but ghetto. I don't get it. It's no better way to describe it. I remember when these motherfuckers left me in the deli by myself to do cakes and to clean the whole fucking kitchen. I'm like, fuck this. I quit that same day.
Oh yeah, I would have quit too. I'm not even gonna
just walked out. None of them cakes was made. Nothing was clean. Just said fucking and walked the fuck out.
It was in the rotisserie oven. The cake was still the woman was still waiting to get her cake, whatever. And I left all the meats out. I didn't give a fuck.
I was about to say, fuck them cakes.
That's what I'm there. Fuck them cakes.
Fuck them cakes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Crystal, I got a similar story. It was a snow day and everybody called except for me. So I was the only one there.
That's your fault.
Yeah.
You're the type to go to school on a day nobody's there.
I ain't never did that. That is my fault. But shit, I was trying to work. I ain't think everybody was gonna call in. So they leave me. I was like Cat 4 was basically like the vegetables and all the fruits and vegetables and all that other stuff. And I just got there, so I didn't know how to like stock anything or like mark anything. And they wanted me to do all that by myself. And then they put other people that was from other parts of the Walmart there, and I didn't know what the fuck to do. So when my day was over, I fucking left.
Yeah, they do that a lot too. They bring other idiots from the different departments like they know any better. What?
Everybody just standing around, don't know what the hell to do.
They don't know. But one chick, I went for my 5-minute lunch break because it was over fucking whelming. Like, y'all don't know the deli.
5 minutes
out of all the other areas. But anyway, this bitch one walks over to me. Where were you? I said, you know where I'm gonna be? Outside. I quit. You a whole cashier, bitch. What you know about him? Because I'm about to be with damn him. Don't play with me.
The way you said that, I just knew that shit pissed.
That was a bar.
Nigga, where was you at? Oh, word? That's how we come in? All right.
Where I'm about to be is outside.
Well, I remember the first day I walked at Walmart, there was a fight over chips.
Oh no, not chips.
It was fucking chips.
That's a
fucking
sign.
Doritos. It was
It's
fucking
Ghetto
Walmart.
ass shit.
That's a
It's
sign.
Walmart. What the, nothing that
That
happens
is
in
a
a
sign.
Walmart surprises me.
That is a
Bruh, I'm
sign.
pretty sure that is where the general public comes in to just be the most fucking savage, primal motherfuckers you could ever think of.
That is a sign. I'm telling you, that is a sign.
It's-
When you fight at a store that has an unlimited supply of something, it's Walmart. They have chips in the back.
But it's funny. I hear about all this ratchet shit that occurs at Walmart, but they don't do this shit at like a Kmart or a Target or nothing similar to.
Oh no, Target's just as bad.
No, Target is
I've
terrible.
never. I live not far from a fucking Target. I've never seen no.
That's because
Oh,
nobody
I've never
shops at
seen none of
Target.
that shit. I've never seen no. If bullshit is happening in Target that happens in like Walmart and shit like that, they don't record it like that then because I ain't seen all the videos of people doing dumb shit in stores. It's always either a Walmart or a Dollar General.
Because
Oh, trust me.
you see
I
more
have friends
Walmart.
that work at Target. They tell me some stories. It's not good either.
It's just not as many people in Target as it is in Walmart. Like Walmart is always packed. Target is packed probably 3 days out of a week.
You know, you're right about that because the one at Forestville is
Yeah,
always empty.
it's always
Yeah,
empty.
Who wants to
that's the
go
one I'm
there?
here.
It's always empty. But any Walmart close to that, the Royal Farms across the street from that same Target gets more customers than the Target.
Facts.
Damn.
He's not lying.
I promise. Is that nobody goes to Target, so you're not going to see too much of nothing. You'll find a rare.
Oh no, people be in that motherfucker. They
Nah,
be in
people
that
be in it,
motherfucking
but
Target.
I'm saying you're not going to see nothing fucked up inside of Target as much as you're going to see it in Walmart. All type of people walk in Walmart.
You want to know
yeah.
what's hilarious? I almost got fired on my birthday.
Mm.
Not the
That's
one.
All right, Craig.
that's
All right,
how do
Craig.
you get these
He
many
got fired on his
responses?
day off, down on his birthday.
Might as well be.
How do you get these many signs and you continue to clock them?
Bruh. Yeah, yo, these motherfuckers
Shit,
don't give you a choice out here in these United States of America. They will pay you $10 an hour and tell you go fucking pay your rent and your phone bill in the same day. I don't give
Bro,
a fuck.
your first day they fought over chips. You almost got fired. That's 2 signs right there that just told me to leave.
Bro, I needed my laptop, bro. I needed it.
Yeah.
I
The
needed
one you had before,
I
that thing was
remember.
on life support.
I remember it. I remember the laptop.
I remember you remember. I needed that
Man,
motherfucker.
Yeah, I
I
understand.
upgraded
shit,
and
shit.
then I fucking left.
I still got the same laptop I had from when I was in fucking AI. That
I get
motherfucker
this.
still runs.
Well, I get to say that's what your ass get because you went and got a bullshit ass job for that damn laptop. Yeah, and people fought over chips.
They did fight over motherfucking chips. But you know what?
Was
It
it
was
the
good.
family bag?
The highlight of my Walmart experience though, there was another person, one of my coworkers. Now he was a straight up nigga. Like a customer would tell him, "Do you know what this is?" He'd be like, "Nah, go ask somebody else. Why you bothering me?" He actually said that to the fucking like.
He
I'm
kept
like,
his job.
that's my nigga.
He
That's my
kept his
nigga.
job.
Yeah, he still bro. He kept his job. I'm like, I'm trying to be like that.
They're the ones that always keep their jobs, though.
Right.
Always keep their
The ones that
job.
don't give a shit about nothing.
100%.
I'm like, that's the type of attitude. You know what? That will probably fix a lot of problems if people just went into work and just did it and then just left, but did it with an attitude. But then they not taking shit from the general public. They not taking shit from people that want to come over there and be stupid. Like, don't fucking come over to electronics asking where rice cookers at. Because that shit happened to me. And when I tell you I almost fucking left, why the fuck are you coming over to where the TVs and the cell phones are at for a rice cooker? Why?
Oh my god, that is funny as shit.
Yo,
That's amazing. That is amazing.
I did say a lot of waitresses jobs like the IHOPs and the Waffle House. It'd be different if all of a sudden you could catch a fade with the customer.
Man,
I'm saying
It's a restaurant. It's a restaurant. I think it's in Vegas or some shit like that, where like the staff part of the gimmick of the restaurant is they're intentionally rude to the customers.
yeah, they cuss you out. Or you could just go to any Jamaican restaurant.
oh yeah, of course.
We not
Facts.
that. We not that.
Nah,
Facts.
going to the right Jamaican restaurant. They did. If they don't like you, they might slam your plate.
Give you the look. Give you that look.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cup.
I went to a Jamaican restaurant here, and it took me out of
I
it.
think the worst thing you can do at a Jamaican restaurant is ask what's in something. I think that's like the worst thing you can do.
It's asking for a menu.
Oh yes. Asking for a menu is disrespectful. You come into the restaurant,
especially when it's right there on the wall behind the motherfucking register. Like the fuck.
No, my situation, the guy didn't even write anything on the little eraser board that he had behind him. I asked him what.
Oh shit.
He started riddling it off. I'm like, don't you got a website? He's like, I do, but I would rather you have to come in for me to say it and tell you because it changes day for day. I'm like, so when you gonna write it on the board? He's like, when I feel like it. I say, you know what? I'm done.
no. They don't give a fuck. I bet you the food was good too.
Bet you that food was bomb though.
I bet you that food was good.
You know, the only time I seen a menu in a Jamaican restaurant or a restaurant was when I moved to LA. That was the first time I've seen that. Because growing up in New York, you don't see that shit.
The only time I've seen a menu is when they had the prices. It didn't even tell you what it was. It just had prices.
Yo, can I get the $15.99?
Yeah, it's the oxtail with the crab.
And don't dare ask for more gravy. Oh Lord.
Oh yeah,
man.
they stingy about that gravy.
Oh man, what? And they charge you almost $3 for one oxtail. Like, oh my god, I just want one extra one. Why is it $3, man? The entire meal was $15. But the food is always good. It's all worth it. It's okay. You can be rude. Be rude. Be rude. I know it's from home.
Damn straight.
Like McDonald's you can't be rude at McDonald's because the food is not that great. You be rude as shit.
They should just have a theme like they do in Vegas. That one place, like you gotta pay to be rude. You either way. Might as well get shit.
I try my hardest not to be rude at McDonald's.
Who said you can't be rude at a McDonald's?
Like McDonald's is not good enough for you to be rude. Like that should be a rule. If your food is not good, you cannot be a rude waitress.
No. If the food ain't good, that restaurant ain't got the right to motherfucking be rude. But as a customer, I got the right to be as rude as that motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If your food is not good, if you are not
man, let me tell you a story. I ordered something off of DoorDash one day, and they fucked up my order. Like, I got food for me, my girl, and my son, and they just completely left out my son's food. Mind you, this was like early stages of the pandemic when none of the restaurants had where you can only go through like drive-thrus and shit, right? When I tell you, I marched my ass through that drive-thru and banged on that motherfucking window. I get dead in front of somebody's car. I gave no fucks.
Was it a McDonald's?
You sound like a bitter baby mama.
I swear.
We are definitely.
Open this motherfucking door.
You definitely chose violence that day.
Open that motherfucking door.
I forgot my husband's food.
Mom.
No, this was my son's food.
Nah, but you sounded like it was your husband's food. You supposed to walk in and like, hey, dog, I ain't gonna tell you again. Where's my son's food?
Man, no, hey, no, I walk over there. Hey, bitch.
See?
I ordered a Happy Meal. Where the fuck's my Happy Meal?
Now
Yo,
you sound like a
you sound like Cat Williams impersonating DMX. Hell bitch. Hell wall.
Bro, not only that, but yo, with that attitude, I see why they left out your order, and now I don't want to do it. Damn.
Yeah, no bullshit. No bullshit.
Damn, knocking on my door like you, my baby mama.
I'd have been petty and asked for the manager. Those the ones I hate. Those the ones I hate. That when you ask for simple shit, they gotta go get a manager for some simple shit. Like, nigga, you forgot my fries. Let me go get manager. Just get my fucking fries, my guy. Like,
nigga, you about to manage this ass whooping if you don't get my motherfucking food.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I didn't ask for higher authority. You didn't ask for it. That's
my manager has to ask me. What the fuck?
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Or you getting the manager so you can get fired on the spot? Okay.
No, you ever go to a motherfucker? Don't you hate when they ask for a manager for some shit and like you ever seen a manager like cuss them out for coming to get them? Like you pulled me out of the office for this shit. It's right there on the counter.
Oh yeah, no bullshit. See, those the managers I like.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I always wanted to be a manager at the store just so I could cuss at customers.
Absolutely.
I can see you doing that too. Like,
no, Father is the one that I could see like a customer get out of line and he's just straight throwing hands with the customer.
No, I'm not throwing hands because I'm too pretty for that. I'm just gonna cuss him out and be on my way.
This nigga.
Fries, bitch. Take the fries.
But I feel like in certain situations where it's like, okay, now it's warranted, like you're almost obligated to bust his fucking head open.
That's only if they touch me. Because if an undesirable touch me, it's on.
See, if father take his glasses off is a problem. Once he takes his glasses off like a father, he becomes father, not father. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole new transformation. He becomes father.
I will send you to go meet all the gods of Ebenezer combined. Come and mess with me if you want to.
See?
Have you ever felt hellfire before? Feel my slap. I will slap your ancestry back to existence. Try me.
Oh shit.
Okay. All right. On to our next topic. D Wolf, you sent me something about them indoctrinating the kids in the schools or something like that. Could you explain a little bit more about that? Because that one was really interesting.
Indoctrinate?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So I don't know. Have you guys ever heard of Project Veritas?
Enlighten me, sir.
It's a private journalist group that they investigate like corruption and things of that nature. Whatever shouldn't be happening, they'll look into it. They'll expose whomever, and they usually have like a hotline. If like, let's say for instance, we were talking about the jobs. If there's a manager there and they're doing some fuckery, but the employee doesn't want to, get in trouble, they'll set up a meeting and this and the other and have the manager like start exposing shit and not know who he's talking to. Like, hey, they might trick you and like you end up on a date with the manager and that person's actually a journalist. Then you talk to him and you get him a few drinks and you start saying, yeah, when at that job, I'll treat you. What? They're roaches to me. And that person will record that shit. And then he'll post it and expose them and they'll handle what they have to handle. That's what this group does. But they do it on mostly on a higher level. They've done it with the news organizations, what do you call it? Elections, things of that nature. So there's a teacher in Sacramento, California, by the name of Gabriel Gripe. He's an Antifa member. And it turns out that same scenario gave you happened to him. I don't know for sure if it was just a guy that went to work at the school and, just for the investigation, or I know instances where it was Tinder dates. where they set up a Tinder date and they meet up and they're telling the whole story. Anyway, he was recorded basically telling how he teaches his classroom. And he's telling the journalist that he has the Antifa flag on the wall, pro-communist shit. What's his name? Mao, the Chinese communist
Mao
dictator
Zedong.
from back in the day. Thank you. He had that on the wall. He said, "Oh, you know what I do? I give them extra credit if they go to like an Antifa protest or something like that, or event, or show up at one of their meetings. You come back to school in this class and prove you went to one of them, you get extra points." And there are students now who knows the deal, and they're like, "Oh, that makes me uncomfortable. The flag and all this. This is not, And he would say to the student, "Well, this flag represents going against fascism. So if you have a problem with it, then I don't know what to tell you." He's saying this shit to the students that are like very uncomfortable. Students have complained. They've talked to the principal or whomever. Nothing's been done. All right. He's exposed a black reporter, another journalist from the same organization comes up to him and he starts, saying, "Hey, a colleague of mine talked to you the other day." And then he introduced himself. He was like, "Yeah, I'm with Project Veritas. I'm a journalist, and I had to ask you about these comments you made. What you do at that school?" Before the dude was nice. He was walking with his girlfriend. He was all nice because it's a black dude, and their narrative when it comes to Antifa, because they're all about BLM and stuff like that. I'll get to them in a minute. They're all about that. So if a black dude comes up and he's polite and he's talking to you, and then when he reveals himself, normally how these people react, they will spit at you or they'll throw something at you, curse at you on their way to their house or their car. But because this guy was black and it goes against their narrative, they're playing nice for the camera and they start walking away. Because I know them outside of that. I know this is all for show because they don't want to show, because they see they're on camera, they don't want to show that they will slap this dude because normally they would. You understand? Optics matter to these people. Right. So eventually this broke out. It made mainstream news. The whole recording was everywhere. All right. Now there's a school board meeting. As of today, he's fired. But there was a school board meeting and everyone showed up. Everyone, all the parents showed up because they were like, "What?" And my kid hasn't told. I had no idea this was going on. None of these parents knew. They're all complaining and they're all asking the principal and the board members and stuff like that. Okay, we just saw a recording where there were students that complained about this. Why wasn't he fired before? Why did we have to have this board meeting and he's getting paid leave? What's going on here? And these people are like destroying them. Like one parent after the other are destroying them to a point where they had to go to recess. And the parents are like, "Well, what are you running for? What you running for? This is your job. What are y'all running for? Because this is what they do." All right. When I said I'll talk about BLM, remember what I told you Patrisse Cullors was advocating for and where her playbook was from? Communist China, right?
And Marxism.
Exactly. This is what this man was teaching all those kids. And he was saying, I'm sure he was telling them, "Don't tell your mom, don't tell your dad, don't do this. You get to join the group officially if you like hush up." That's not reported, but I will bet my bottom dollar that's what's up. You understand? So yeah, and based on the topic we were talking about earlier, this is what's happening. And the point of me bringing this up is this man, the guy that runs Project Veritas, he's done this plenty of times to powerful people, but nothing has happened. And he's proven it, but nothing has happened. And the reason nothing has happened is because no one's doing anything. So with this now, it shows something can happen because the parents showed up. People are doing something. We can't just sit back and talk about, especially when it comes to the school. Especially when it comes to our kids, because as of now, I'm not sending my kids to no fucking school. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll homeschool them. I'll hire I will not send them to a motherfucking school. They will have a social life. They will play with their neighbors. I'm gonna make sure all of that goes down. But school, fuck this, because this is what's going on. And we already spoke about what they teach the kids with the sex education, where it's at now. You think they just stopping at these people reading them stories in the library? No, they're teaching you how their anatomy works and how you can become one of them. All that at a very, very young age. And now they're teaching them Marxism. All right? And the parents are like, so why he fired? Where are the other two? Because I also heard that there are two other teachers doing the exact same thing. I haven't heard the names yet. I haven't heard anything happening to them yet. And as far as I know, you only currently he's fired. But at the time of that board meeting, he was getting paid leave. So what's up? So yeah, that's the story. And also, I want to know your thoughts.
This is why when I said the whole thing about, I know we had to talk about critical race theory, and my whole thing is who's teaching it, because if there's people like him teaching it, I don't know, you're going to get the right information to our kids. So it's one thing, like, I see a lot of people going to do a lot of homeschooling because, especially when it comes around election time and about how the country is run, a lot of people have different opinions about how the world works, and they will weave it into like classrooms. So let's say like us as black people, we know about the Black Panthers, but let's say somebody, a white teacher that's had ideas of Black Panthers as terrorists, if you teach, who's to say that white teacher that's always looked at them as terrorists is going to call them a bunch of terrorists instead of uh, giving them lessons on stuff that they actually did, like them starting Wick and all that, and what they was actually for. So it's really dangerous to hear like some of what some of these teachers are doing, and if they're really teaching our kids or not. Because like we done said, we done gone to school, we barely learned things about life. We had to figure it out on our own, and uh, I feel like for the future, these kids should at least know things like, I don't know, people balance checkbooks anymore, but at least how to know what credit is and how to use credit, and like how to earn credit, at least get good credit and bad credit. It's like what to do with other stuff is like learning stocks or some shit like that. Hell, even bringing trades back into schools. I feel like they should bring trades back in schools just in case somebody doesn't want to go to college and
Exactly.
waste money
All
on the
that's
college.
gone.
Yeah, all
All
that's
that's gone.
gone. They used to do that, and I don't know why they stopped, but all that's gone now. So, uh, for what you said, that shit is scary, and it's kind of look like it makes you want to look at every teacher. So.
Yeah, one of the parents was from Venezuela, and she was like, "Yo, my family still lives there on my dad's side, and they're going through hell, and this is since I was a kid. And you teaching them this shit?" She was destroying them. All of them had stories. Not all of them. Sorry, a lot of them had stories about like what this does, because this is the States. There's a lot of immigrants that, especially in California, there's a lot of you call it Hispanics, Latino immigrants. So they'll have these stories, and to know that this guy is teaching them. And I'm like, and you know what's funny? When I first heard the story, I made a joke. I shared the story on my Instagram, and I was like, yo, wouldn't it be funny if I said, I bet that a lot of his students are black. I bet. And then I didn't know yet. And then the next story, when you watch a story on Instagram, the next one will play. So the next one swiped over, and it's of the classroom after he got caught. The students that were filling up the classroom were majority black. And I was like, you see this shit? Again, this is why, BLM, Patrice Colors, all that shit, the same shit. Antifa's the military arm, and BLM's the propaganda arm. They're both brother and sister. They both work together. They're both paid by the same man, a Nazi, by the way, literal, not just calling him that. No. Self-identified Nazi, funding both groups. And what are they doing now? All Patrice Colors and them. I think we either discussed it or I know for a fact it was trending that they all bought these houses, but where does this money come from?
Yeah, we talked about that. You definitely
exactly from the donors and the Nazi. After it's all over, George Floyd's trial is over. They wash their hands. You don't really hear much about them anymore. So yeah.
Anybody else have thoughts about it?
So wait, is it the fact that he was teaching like Marxism that was the issue?
Yeah, he's teaching them Marxism. He's basically recruiting them.
Oh, okay.
And teaching them far left ideologies. And he admitted all of this. So it's not just photo, because he could have just said, "Oh no, that's just showing parts of history." He could have just lied about that. But on top of the recording, there were the posters and shit in this classroom, and the lessons it was in the lessons he was teaching and all that too. He was teaching. He said it in the video. He wants to turn them radical. He has 180 days to turn them radical or radicalize them. I think that's what he said. He admitted everything on camera. And the parents were like, the only reason we're talking about this, the only reason we know, the only reason he's fired today is because he was caught. And there are 2 more teachers we haven't heard from or heard about yet that are all up in that school doing the same shit. And the parents are, they ain't letting, they ain't giving them no leeway or anything like that. They're on them. And this is how everyone should be about every fucking topic we talk about. When it comes to race and all this shit, everything. When you see a politician doing this, show up, son, and just bother the fuck out of them. You don't even have to say a word. Just bother the fuck out of them. Show up and be there. Make them tired of seeing your face, and things will get done. The amount of power we have, and nobody's doing anything, nobody's saying anything. It's insane because it's so few of them when you think about it. Think of the population and then think of the government. Think about how many people are in the government and think about how many people who are ruled. All we have to do is say, nope, it's over.
So I hear everything you're saying, right? And I personally feel like in America in particular, because of the way that this society is, once you really get true education on how things really work in America, you become radicalized yourself. You know what I'm saying? Irregardless of whether you lean left or whether you lean right, when you understand how this power structure works, it's going to radicalize you. Because like even when we was talking about like jobs and shit like that, like a lot of us had to learn this shit the hard way. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to kids in the classroom and, teachers with certain political ideologies that they want to push towards kids in order for them to, lean left or, lean right or radicalize them in a way where they don't have, they basically don't have the foresight to even question some of like the ideologies that they're being taught. And that's the whole point of that's supposed to be the whole point of school, is to challenge ideas and to, find yourself through those ideologies that you're challenging, to see what resonates, what you resonate with and what you don't resonate with, and, cross-reference them with the experience that you have as a person. I
would say that's mainly university, college.
That's definitely true too. But I feel like if we want to live in like a more adequate society, that should be towards the children too, because kids absorb a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Kids are sponges, literally. Mm-hmm. The way they talk, the way they view things. And not only are kids sponges, but kids are pure as well. They have a purity to them. So there's going to be a lot of situations in which kids, they'll just know right from wrong because obviously this is right and obviously this is wrong. But at the same time, as they grow older and they develop and, they go through different experiences in this world, the schools, you come to find out schools don't even really protect children anymore. They become a source or a hotbed for those experiences to shape them to the way they are now. So it totally makes sense why you want to homeschool your children. I think homeschooling should be a skill that every parent learns. and not just send them to school just so they can get an education. You, as the parent, should be the main instrument in your child's education, regardless of whether they're going to the most prestigious school or not. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Yep.
with that being said, there's a lot of dumbasses that got kids. With that being said, but at the same time, if the parents were actually like encouraged to better themselves by learning certain material, or learning to look at their own biases, or look at their own own ideologies, and present them in a way that would be digestible to a child, I bet you a lot of shit would motherfucking change. But
Oh yeah.
we aren't at that point yet, unfortunately, because we live in a society that rewards consumerism. So people don't have time to think about these things. And the more and more and more adults that come up in this society, like you come to find out a lot of them become inadequate unless they have that drive to think for themselves and actually look at the society in the way that it's supposed to be seen, instead of just propaganda, motherfuckers watching Fox News and CNN and getting their news from there and shit like that. So I do think this is a very interesting topic that you brought up. And me personally, I feel like there's nothing too controversial to talk about. Me personally, like I know that when I have children someday, like I want to be able to teach them myself. Like if there is a case where they are going to school, they can go to school just to for the fact that they go to school, but their real education comes from me and me alone. So they're gonna challenge teachers. I wanna have the child in the classroom that challenges everything the teacher's motherfucking saying, not because the teacher is wrong, but because my child is that fucking aware, that my child is that fucking smart, because I instill
Always ask questions.
Always ask questions. And when you ask those questions, cross-reference, research, do your due diligence. If you believe in something, question that too. But if you know that what you believe in is what you truly, truly believe in, then do so in a way where you stick to your morals and your principles. It doesn't compromise who you are as a person, because far too often people learn certain shit and it compromises them as people. Now we have people that don't have sympathy. Now we have people that they don't have the propensity to have real conversations because they're so fucking just indulged in their I used to say this a lot. They like to dilute their perceptions to justify their narrow mentalities. And that's what they do a motherfucking lot. And when you bring that to the children, you are setting them up for death. You are killing them right before they reach adulthood when you do that shit. So, yeah.
I would think that we did have that before when it came to the way you described how school should be, how our kids should be learning. I would think that happened before until, this shit, this country was formed and things of that nature. But when it comes to this, what happened here, the reason why this is a controversy, is because this is not somebody just discovering something and becoming radicalized, or realizing something and becoming radicalized. This is forceful. This is something.
Yeah.
This is recruitment and
right.
And control. Plus they're violent, and plus they're listed as domestic terrorists. But nothing happens, because although their narrative tends to fall in line with the mainstream. So it's hard. That's why it took parents to deal with this, because if anything else, if parents didn't know about this will just be a topic on Twitter that'll last a week and that's it.
But
these kids are being warped like this, and it's out of the parents' hands. That's the other thing. It's out of the parents' hands. They had no idea this was going on.
The problem is deeper than that. It's more so, why aren't the kids comfortable enough to tell their parents, regardless if this teacher told them not to tell them?
Oh, they're gods to them. Teachers, they're gods to them, especially teachers like that guy. I had a teacher like that guy. He's not like that, but I'm saying he's the hip teacher. He's the cool one. He's the one that all the students are. Don't matter if you're the bad kid, you're gonna like this guy. That's the teacher he is. And you'll take his word over your parents any day. and there are a lot of them are impressionable, especially the girls.
Yeah.
And high school life, if the girls are into it, you're gonna want to jump into that because you already know so he's gonna be down, and then they just lose their mind from there.
Yeah. I can understand it. I don't know. I guess my relationship with my dad, it was more so I was able to speak my mind. So a lot of things I did, I was like what father was talking about when he said the kid who questioned the teacher, who always challenged the teacher, who always had a second opinion on whatever the teacher said. Like I was that kid for a long time.
Yeah.
So
And a lot of
I
these
can't
parents
understand.
should have done that. A lot of these
Yeah,
parents who are complaining should have done that. They should be like, you should have came home and talked to us.
that's it.
A lot of these parents don't even talk about what you learned in school today. They don't do this anymore. They don't have meetings with their family, hey, or at the dinner table and discuss this shit. Everybody's in a room on their phone and shit. Like everybody separates. So
Yeah,
no, it's all in the school's hands at this point.
that's society. I mean, some days I just wish that I had a couple of days in this society because it just seemed like just to be able to go to school and do something stupid and not get a phone call home would have been great for like a day or two because the way I was raised, the teachers were more I don't how do you say it? The communication between the parent and the teacher was a lot more, you know, attentive.
Common.
Yeah, calm and attentive. It was just my parent cared about
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people's parents showed up to class. A
Yeah.
lot of people's parents showed up. A lot of people's parents got letters and read the letters and you did this in school today before you can
Mm-hmm.
get home. You know,
Progress reports and
oh man, stuff like that. We
I remember
had
that.
to see things like we were scared for life if we knew that shit wasn't good.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want to go home because you knew they were looking for it. The
Exactly.
parents today aren't looking for things like that. They don't care. They don't see the value or the importance in knowing what your child is doing on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Check their homework after a week. You know, just look it up. Pop into
Yeah.
class every once in a while. Just see what's going on. Look around the room. Sometimes you got to go in the classroom just to get a feel for the classroom to make sure everything is fine. I do it for my kids. My kids just went to school. Well, I haven't done it yet because I've been working, but I plan on going next Monday to go meet teachers
Mm.
just so they can get a feel for okay, I'm the enforcer. So
Yep.
when they don't understand what you're saying, call me because I speak a language they understand.
These teachers should be fearing the parents, not the fucking principals. For
That
real.
that right, exactly. You know, it doesn't make sense, and we have to understand that these teachers. So a lot of these teachers have their own agendas outside of being teachers. They
Mm-hmm.
get paid to do these things. They don't care. They get a paid salary. I'm gonna get a check regardless. This is how their
Mm-hmm.
mind works. When
Yeah, when they get in
teachers
trouble, they just get sent to some classroom in a building or something like that when they get in
exactly
trouble
they
and
get
still
sent
get
to
paid.
a workshop. They get sent to a workshop
Mm-hmm.
and then they still get paid. Like
Yep.
this is it. I wish parents understood how it's in it, you rarely have teachers who really care about the education of the kids. Who cares about the betterment and the growth of the youth. You have teachers like that. But more often than not, you have the teachers who go by the book, who only reads the book, who has
Mm-hmm.
their own personal shit. They don't really care. They're only there just to do it and go about their fucking day. You know, they don't really care if you don't get the homework. They don't care. They'll just send you out of class and go about about their normal day like nothing happened. You don't have this is a different society. We have to be more
Yeah.
we as parents have to be more attentive to what's going on, what's being introduced to our kids because there's so many things in this world that we we don't have any control over it.
Because I remember when I was a kid, I remember the teachers used to say, "Oh, you see how much we care now? You're not gonna get this when you reach a college. None of those professors are gonna care about you personally like we do."
I remember that. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Oh my God, that's gone,
Oh,
yo.
man, were they right?
Yep.
Shit.
Anybody else want to speak on this?
Yeah. Um, that story that D Wolf mentioned, it was very disheartening to hear that. But we all know that it's not going to stop. The system is not here, and I sound like a broken record, but we all know the system is not here to help us in any way. What we need to do as a people is make sure that the parents that are low income, that's working 9 to 5, who do not have the luxury to homeschool their children, set up a way to do a background check on the people that are willing to check on behalf of their children and who the hell these teachers are. Let's make it so that we can do our own fucking background check on these teachers, because we all know that people get hired through what? Through networking. They don't even have to have half of the education needed in order to teach our children. And also, we also need to come together collectively and teach our children the real history. And as parents, I mean, I'm going to speak specifically for the Black community because I've experienced it. Telling your child that to shut up and go away when you don't want to deal with the question that they literally may sound rude because we were told it was rude, but it's not rude. It's a real question that needs to be answered, will be answered by someone else, and it can very well be an Antifa member. Okay? So we need to stop telling our children, why are you asking that? That's none of your business. That's grown folks' business, especially when it comes to the financial aspect in homes. We are quick to tell our children, not me, because I stopped that curse in my family, but we're quick to tell our children, that's grown folks' business. Why are you asking about the money? You pay rent here, making the child feel like shit. So they're more likely to just internalize when the teacher is telling them shit that they have no business listening to. They should be asking questions, but now they're afraid. Some children are afraid that, oh no, this teacher is going to report me to my mom and or dad, and will believe that damn teacher, not knowing what their true agenda is. So I'm just saying, if we really are looking to protect our children from these motherfuckers, we definitely have to come together, appoint a certain person for a certain area, see what they can and cannot do, and fill in the blanks. I mean, if I wasn't staying home right now, I would have gladly appointed someone to check my daughter's school, all the teachers, do a background check, and tell me what's up. Tell me what's going on. Because I just heard a sick story of a priest teaching at one high school, got a teenager girl pregnant, and was hired by another school and got that teenager pregnant. Like, what is going on? They're not doing proper background checks, and they don't care to do proper background checks.
Damn.
That's why I give my kids the option to speak their mind. I ask them, do you want to talk? Are you upset? Do you want to tell me why you're upset? Did I bother you? Did I say something you didn't understand or like? I want them to be able to express themselves, because when situations like this happen, I don't want to have to go fishing through principals and half-ass workers who don't want to figure out what I want to figure out. I can ask my kids straight up, look, what's going on in there? Okay? Because I'll blow your building up. Do you want me to go to jail for blowing your building up? No. So just tell me.
That's a father for you. Anybody else before we move on to our next topic? Nope.
In the words of Chris Rock, knock out your kids. It helps.
Wow.
Okay, I haven't done a segment like this in a while, and Father knows what it is. It's called "Sounds About White," and it's usually.
Oh
Honestly,
man, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Oh man, so this one is about Dog the Bounty Hunter, and y'all remember like
Oh
where they
my
caught him
God.
on the phone
Oh my
talking to his
God.
son and him using all the N words.
This
All of them.
motherfucker. This
Okay, so
motherfucker.
so basically, I guess he had an interview with Kevin Frazier, and basically
And
they
I
asked
think
him
he said,
about him
I
using
just
the
want to
N
say what he
word,
said.
and he said he thought he had an N word
Thought
pass.
he had a pass.
He thought he had a pass.
A pass
He's been
to
saying that for
where?
years.
A pass to where?
To say the N word. Now the funny
Boy,
thing is,
A
this is
pass
why
for
I say
being
sounds
broke.
about white because there's always like someone that is like this that they're white and they feel like they have an N word pass and all that other stuff, and I feel like they probably have black friends that says this, but the black friends never really check them on this. So it's just that. What do
the,
y'all think about this situation that's been going on with Dog the Bounty Hunter?
he
I
thought he had a pass. He got a pass to get an autograph from Tupac. That's what he got a
No,
pass to because he was going to
hold
die.
on, hold on. This is bigger
He also
than.
blamed Eminem. He also
Yeah,
said
Yeah,
he
he
did.
threw his
Okay,
Yeah, he
face.
did.
hold on. This is bigger than fucking Dog the Bounty Hunter. Let's talk about the concept of the N word pass itself.
There is no pass.
it's
We're not
it's
supposed to say it.
the N word pass is used. It's the before invited to the cookout was a thing. It was like, oh, I get to say the N word.
Just because you come to the
th-
cookout don't mean you can say the N word. I'm sorry.
Right.
in this interview, when was this interview?
I think it was what does Kevin Frazier work? Because I think it's extra or something like that.
And this was
But
recent.
I found this on independent.co.uk. I'll send you the link. But he
Okay.
was on he was on there talking about the N-word pass, him talking about it. I did see something about it. I was like, oh, I need to look into this because
Because
I
I
thought
know
it was
from
cool.
years ago when he got in trouble for it, because I was wondering if he mentioned it this time around because I want to see if I could catch him in a lie. Because I remember the first time he was talking about it, he said he not only did he say he had a N-word pass, but he was talking about instances with certain friends, black friends they will just say it back and forth in a regular conversation. Because I've seen that myself.
He did
So, but I'm
mention
just
that.
saying, he said
He
that.
did.
Okay, I
He
want to know if
mentioned
he
that
said
in the
it this time.
article. He also said
Okay.
he's 1/3 Apache. So
I hate it when they be
Oh,
saying that stupid
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
What?
Okay. The whole problem here is who's just saying that? Was it Cutie or was it Prada? We shouldn't even give them a fucking pass. Anyway, just to stop this confusion, stop. No, you don't get to say it. That's it. All right. It
Right.
should be our
That's
rule.
what I was saying. Let's talk about this thing in general because it's
What are
like,
you giving them a pass for?
Yeah,
why
Dion,
is this a thing?
I have an answer to that question because Negroes have
Let's
a
cut the
disgusting habit.
bullshit. Let's cut the bullshit.
Because we can't
The
handle it.
fact,
We can't.
if you have to use the word I got a pass, it strictly means you cannot say it regardless. I don't go around saying I got a nigga pass. Shit, I'm a nigga. The fuck? I don't it's not nothing I'm proud of. Like what the fuck? I'm apparently I get to call each other what's up my nigga? Like it's just in my blood. I don't have to tell you I got a nigga pass. I can say it. Like if you have to tell me I got a pass to say nigga, you don't need to say nigga. Period, point blank. It's just that fucking simple. We shouldn't even be having this conversation. You should know better than that. You're a fucking
Nigga.
bounty hunter. First of all, you're a fucking bounty hunter. Cut it out. Let's stop. Let's cut the bullshit. You're a bounty hunter. You work for the law. We already don't like you.
Free.
What makes you? What
He
makes you
works for the
think
law for money, though.
you work
He works for the
for
law for
the
money.
law? You help
Because a lot
Well,
of them
somebody,
don't even like the law. A lot
no
of them are
one works for
ex-cons.
anybody for free. So
Come on, man. Look, put it this way: who the fuck wants to deal with a bounty hunter? Nobody. No criminal wants to deal with a bounty hunter. They are coming to find you. They're going to chase you until they get to you. Like, who the fuck wants to deal with that shit? No. The police send the bounty hunters to do the work that they don't want to do themselves. Period, point fucking blank. You work for the police. One thing that us niggas don't like. So, one, you work for the opposition. what the fuck makes you think we would give you, of all motherfuckers, a pass to say nigga? Are you fucking serious?
Here's an example of how reality bites.
I would rather give Jason Whitlock the pass to say nigga than to give it to him. And Ray, you know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about when I say that.
Yeah, the only person he knows is Snacks, and according
Exactly.
to the ball.
Like, oh my God. It is like, come on, man. If you gotta say the word pass, you don't need to say it. Can you just respect the word and just go? Why do we always have to talk about white people doing shit to try to be niggas? It's hard being us. Y'all should just be glad you're white, please. Because we got to go through a lot more.
Can we just be honest real quick? Negroes have a disgusting habit of trying to include everybody.
It's sad.
It's so disgusting because these are the very same people that don't like your ass. I don't know why black folks, we always got to be the ones to invite everybody to the damn cookout. We always got Negroes within our midst sitting there talking about, well, you know, we fought for everybody. So no. It's like
that shows you the difference between them and us.
Yeah,
because we're like that.
But it's like I keep saying, we're the worst gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't gatekeep none of our shit. That's why people can just come into our culture.
Vet no one, yo. Straight up.
We don't vet nobody. Whenever we have our shit, we always want to make it inclusive for everybody. And I'm like, inclusive isn't powerful. Exclusivity is. If I have some shit and only a particular part and only particular people are allowed to, partake in that very thing, and people are making money and people are benefiting from it, that is powerful. You don't see Jewish people sitting there complaining about who gets to come to the schools or not, because this school is for Jewish people. Period. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're not trying to say, oh, everything needs to be segregated again, but we're just saying, if we have something that is for us and by us, then it needs to be exclusively for us, because that's where it has most of the power. You know what I'm saying?
In the words of Martin, respect my house.
Literally, respect my motherfucking house. But you live in a society where people don't respect you. So how can you include everybody and be okay with the fact that these people are, on your side, which they not?
We live in a society full of Rick James. Get your feet off my couch, please. You ask to use my phone, and then your feet are on my couch. Like, white people are getting too comfortable.
Look, okay, I wanna relay this message to the black people that allow the white people to say nigga. Look, stop. For one, stop. But because there's some black people that really don't care who uses it, whether it's a good thing or bad thing. But be mindful, if you're going to let them use the word, please just get them. Just because I let you use the word does not mean the guy down the street is going to let you use the word, because that's where it really goes wrong. Where like the white guy think everybody is cool with him using the N-word, and yet he got to pick his teeth up from a black dude down the street because he done dropped the N-bomb on him and shit like that. Like you gotta tell your white friends, it's just like, just because I'm cool with it does not mean everybody else is cool with it. It's like, say nigga responsibly or don't say it at all.
Who brought up common sense earlier?
Yeah. And if you do say it, I didn't give you it. Because that's what, and if they beat you down, I might join in because I'm not going to be left out.
I gotta say face with my people,
Yeah, I gotta say face with my people. Yes.
LOM, man. Loyalty over money, man.
Yeah, just so you know, when they say who said that, I'm gonna be like, yeah, who? Just
no, come on, bro. It's like, who's bro? I don't know.
Who's
I don't
bro?
speak English.
We related, nigga.
I don't know you. I don't know you, white man, white devil.
I'm saying Esau.
I might, if anything.
Wow, you said Esau?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
if anything, I might snuff you first, just so it doesn't look weird. It's just like I might tell you sorry later, but you got you got to learn better. But
Nah, I'm not apologizing. He said it. He deserves it.
yeah, he deserves it. It's like I know it was him, it was Hulk Hogan, and it's funny because Eminem don't even say the N word like that. I know you probably said it a couple times, but like ever since he's been famous, I've never heard him say the N word. So I don't know why you just throw Eminem under the bus like that. So
Bro, Hulk
It's the
Hogan
code.
has been hiding Hulk Hogan is the greatest hider of the word nigger. Like, I don't give a fuck what anybody say. Hulk Hogan has been saying nigger for the last 30, 40 years. It just sounds like brother.
Well, let me tell you something.
let me tell you something, nigga.
Like, come on, tell
Oh
me I'm
man,
wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Please tell me I'm wrong.
I never thought about it like that when it came to Hogan.
Like Hogan was terrible, and we just didn't notice it. But he's been calling nigga for years, man. Hogan, hey, I'm telling y'all,
Hulk
don't
Hogan,
believe
we're
it.
coming for you, nigga.
Oh my.
Yes, hey, yeah, Booker T is the greatest for that. Booker T was the greatest of all time. He was the greatest of all time for that.
Oh my god.
I can't believe he did that, dude.
It's all being replaced. Every instance of him saying brother is all being replaced right now. Like everything that
he always
every
did
instance
that.
he said it, it's playing back, and I'm hearing.
Exactly. That's what. Hey, I'm telling y'all, this
In the
is not the
90s.
first time.
Can you be helped? Sorry about that.
I'm glad he didn't say that in his movies, yo, because I would have ruined it.
Or would
So
he?
hold on, time out. Wait a minute. You think the word nigga would have ruined his movies?
No, for me, because I would just be laughing now because of what he said. Yeah,
I'm
because
about to
he
say.
doesn't say brother in.
I think he would have ruined his movies by himself. Let
Oh
alone
yeah,
the word nigga.
they're cheesy anyway, but they're. I love them, yo. I grew up on them
Of
shits. But if he
course
said
they were
brother in
cheesy.
any of those movies, son, you would have just ruined that for me if he said that, son. Because
Of course these movies are cheesy. It's fucking Hulk Hogan.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what happens
No,
with these
no,
when
it's the
wrestlers do it. Only you get a select few that make it,
it's
like The Rock.
it's the WWE. Nobody makes it except The Rock. The Rock
And
is
Batista
like
now, but he's not a thespian. He's for size. That's
Batista.
why they.
Batista, yeah, Batista is a pretty okay actor. The Rock is his whole persona was acting, so
Mm-hmm.
it was inevitable. And then he's the baby face, man. He was the pretty boy with the sideburns.
Mm-hmm.
In the '90s, if you had sideburns, you was the man.
Yeah.
It's funny because I hate sideburns.
Don't you? And Ludacris was the man. Why? Because of his sideburns.
That's very
Ha!
true.
Busta Rhymes was the man. Why? Because of his sideburns.
Damn.
I'm telling you, man, the sideburns do it. I'm gonna grow me some sideburns.
I cut mine off every time.
Okay, so in this article, this is what Dog the Bounty Hunter said that had me laughing. It's like, so that was a word that we used back and forth, maybe as a compliment. My pass expired for using it, but no one told me that.
What?
No one.
Wow! You need to be told. You need to be told that.
He was all the way
It's
like
in the
that.
article. It's in the article. I read that word for
I
word.
I don't want to continue
Who
the
the fuck
conversation
gave
no more.
him the pass?
That's the
Who
real
gave
They
him the
question.
explained
pass?
it.
That's
Who allowed him to say nigga and he kept going? Like
that's
who
the real
Again,
did it?
question.
again, those black people. I keep telling you, them black people are not going to pop up and say, "I gave him the pass," because would you?
It's probably another bounty hunter.
Probably another bounty hunter. Probably.
So, man, get his ass, nigga. Let's grab that nigga.
It's like, look,
Is that how you got your pass? Let's get that nigga.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yep.
nigga's going out the back. That nigga going out the back.
You want to know what's funny too? Dog the Bounty Hunter actually got convicted of murder in the 70s,
Yep.
and the victim was black.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was saying. These bounty hunters are usually ex-cons.
Thank
because
you.
they get to step outside the law a bit when they capture
Am I
these
right or
bill.
am I right? I know. He's some shit. He's some shit. Like, who the fuck is Dog the Bounty Hunter? His name is Dog the Bounty Hunter. He works for the police. Why are you giving him a nigga pass? Why are we giving out nigga passes? Who the fuck printed out these nigga passes to hand out? Like,
You
is there
know,
a certification tag to like? Don't you like the DMV has a special tag on it? Like, do we have special tags for like nigga passes?
you know what's funny? I forgot. It was some black kid. I don't know if it was a boy or girl that was selling N-word passes to white people, and they was just buying it for like $5.
That is so
Wow.
racist. Oh my god.
Yes.
Wow.
To me. That shows me how many people actually really did want to use the word nigga.
Want to say the word nigga. Oh my god. They want to be us so bad, but won't give us the power. Oh my god.
Hey
Erica
man,
Badu
Yeah.
What Paul Mooney say? What Paul Mooney say?
Everybody want to
a
be a
nigga.
nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga.
Oh my god. I love
The black American man is the most copied man in existence.
Hey, aren't we?
Again, Paul Mooney.
Yeah,
Rest in peace,
and
Paul.
no, I have to double down on that because as a Ghanaian, as a man from Ghana, there's a lot of motherfuckers in my country that fucking copy the fuck out of black America. But it's out of love, you know what I'm saying?
It's all good. Fuck you, father.
Wow.
Damn.
I figured I'd just go ahead and say it.
I don't think that was necessary, dog.
It wasn't, but is it ever necessary? No.
It's never necessary. This is cue to reach God we're talking about.
Thank you. I'm reaching.
Hey, any last words before we move on to our final topic?
I'm gonna pull it back again so you can reach again, Q.
Hey, if you are not a nigga, you don't get a nigga pass. Sorry.
Yeah, you know. Nigga.
Hey, look here, my niggas. Stop giving these niggas passes. Because they don't know how it is to be a nigga. That same motherfucker you giving a nigga pass and get a job before you do. Are they gonna give us job passes? No. So stop giving out nigga passes.
Nigga.
I just want my white privilege card. That's all I want.
That's all I want. Give me a white privilege card. I swear to God, I'm gonna abuse the fuck out of it. I'm going to a bank, getting a loan, never paying that shit.
Oh, the first thing I'm doing is cursing out a cop. I'm just like, my dad's a lawyer. All right, sue your ass, buddy.
Boy, that pass is going to burn.
They about to
gonna
revoke that shit. It's like, all right, you're getting a little too big for your britches there.
Boy, they're gonna treat that shit like a suspended license. They're gonna cut that shit in front of you. What is wrong with you? Your white privilege is suspended, sir.
Sir, did you read the fine print? Don't use it on office. Oh shit.
Nah, your white privilege is gone because you're black. Like, what the fuck? That's what, hey, if you had a stack of nigga passes, you'll put the white privilege pass over top of the nigga passes like it's $100 bill just to be able to get away with shit.
You are funny as hell.
like, look, nigga, I got a white privilege pass, bitch. Let me in.
Hey, yo, who gave you this white privilege pass? Ben Franklin.
You know how many niggas would get robbed for a white privilege pass? Oh my god! You want to talk about
say that you got it from like just come up with the whitest name possible. Like, oh, I got this from Kyle. I got this from Chad. Some shit like that.
Hey, hopefully, it's so sad. This is such a black joke. I'm sorry in advance. I'm sorry for this black joke in advance. But I'm just preparing y'all.
Don't apologize. Just go.
So I hope we don't have to sign the white privilege pass, because you know how many times we will pass that white privilege pass around to other black people.
Oh, nigga, it's gonna be a white market for white fucking privilege passes.
Hey, I was like food stamp cards, like nigga.
Yo, I was just thinking that.
Like, nigga, $20 for 20 minutes of white privilege. Like, what the fuck?
It'll be like what was that movie? In Time with Justin Timberlake? It works something like that.
Oh my god, that I hate that fucking movie.
Hey, nigga.
That
Hey,
movie,
nigga.
but think about
I
that.
don't hate it because I don't hate it was a bad. I don't hate it because it was a bad movie.
You
I
have
hate it because
you have
it was
white privilege
realistic.
for X amount of days, months, years, whatever.
Oh my god, that would be that's so black, bro.
Hey, Q, nigga, let me borrow your white privilege card. I'm trying to get this promotion, bro.
Hey, nah, man, I need it for my motherfucking court date tomorrow, nigga. You might have to.
God damn, nigga. I told your ass not to even do that shit in the first place. Let me borrow that
Nigga,
shit, bro.
I had that white privilege card in the back of my motherfucking pocket when I did it. So the cop said if I go to court with it, they'll let me scot free and make me pay a $50 fine.
Nigga, the
But
problem is you let the cop talk to you in the first place. Let me hold that shit.
it was a double murder anyway. They only gonna make me pay $50.
Oh my fucking
Like the fuck. I killed 2 black people. I'll get away with it. The fuck.
I hate niggas, man. I call it KKK. Cause my chopper hate niggas.
Look, if there was an actual like black N-word pass card, they had to go through O.J. Simpson. That's all.
Oh my god! Shut
I'm
the
not
fuck
black.
up.
I'm OJ.
Okay.
Okay.
I know. I was gonna say Booker T.
It's like, who'd you get? I'm gonna just sign up. Who'd you get your car from? If this says Terry Crews, I'm taking it back. We not.
Oh no, yeah.
Excuse me. Let me see your card. Signed off by Candace Owens. I'm not the confiscate.
No.
This goes Alex
confiscate.
How can you be racist towards your own kind? Shut the fuck up,
nigga.
I'll put you in a fucking Jane Elliott fucking experiment. Don't play with me.
Turn around to a Dave Chappelle skit.
Hey, we gonna have commercials and we gonna put Rachel Dolezal in there. That's all.
Oh my god,
that was fire. That was a reach.
Yo, that commercial would be fire, yo. Rachel Dolezal.
I hope she has the coon smile too.
Oh man, she gonna be like Nancy Pelosi, gonna have a bunch of kente clothes on there.
Oh my god. Bro, when I saw that shit, nigga, I wanted to fight the first white person I saw on site when I saw that shit.
My god.
I hate Democrats. I hate them.
Oh my god, that shit is hilarious.
For politicians in general, but you know.
Because it's like you got black Americans in this country. You gonna wear a cloth that's all the way from another fucking continent to okay.
There's so many layers to the whole thing of white people wearing African clothing in general. There's so many layers to that.
I hate it.
Like,
I hate it. No, I hate it. And I have to get on some Nigerian people on this because them Nigerian weddings that I be seeing sometimes where the woman be marrying the white dude and they be wearing the fucking cloths, or like the Nigerian man be getting some fucking Karen and then they be wearing the cloths looking like motherfucking spoiled milk with some colorful clothes. Fuck you. You look like a fucking milk. You look like a fucking milk carton with a cloth attached to you. Fuck you. Don't ever disrespect my fucking clothes like that.
Not even white Africans do that shit. If they don't do that, what's their excuse here?
The term white Africans in itself makes my ass sick.
Well, the name... Oh, never mind.
Why
down the rabbit hole. Please. Down the rabbit hole. I'm not going to go there.
Please.
I know exactly what
I'm
you're
saying, like, can you imagine? I cannot imagine Charlize Theron or what's the name? Dave Matthews and wearing that shit.
I can't hear her name. I can't even say her name without cringing. Fucking. I can't even hear or say like that lady's name without
sounded terrible. White
I know
African.
about her.
Father, I'm
What
with you.
isn't the child she adopted black and she changed the gender? Isn't she one of the people that did that?
Charlize Theron? You talking
Yeah,
about?
Yeah. She
Ah,
did that too, right? She's one
Yeah,
of
she
them.
did. Yeah, she did
Yeah.
that.
Okay, yeah.
And everybody got on her ass for it too.
Rightfully so.
Did y'all ever watch the 90 Day Fiance with
Oh my god!
that bitch makes my
Yes.
skin
no, because
crawl.
when they be wrapping himself with the African cloth and stuff, I thought that was so funny when she tried to wrap herself with the African cloth and he was like, "Oh, you're too fat," and she took offense and was all crying and stuff. So
Oh shit.
Mm.
No
I don't know
sympathy.
why she was crying.
They have
African
no
men, we're very
sympathy in this.
honest. If you're fat, we'll tell you. I remember one time, and I always laugh when I tell this story. I remember one time my uncle came to visit us. He saw my sister. He's like, "Oh, you make fats."
No, I remember the skit. It was it was this African kid talking about this lady. She said there are 5 fat people in the village. You are 3 of them.
oh, no.
Now, excuse us while we cock our heads back in extreme laughter. Ready? Ready. Yeah.
I love that commercial.
Oh boy, I'm tearing up. We need to move on. Oh shit.
All right.
even
Now, okay, on to our last review, and I was waiting for like at least Q to come in so I can talk about this. We're gonna be talking about Kanye West's album. So,
Oh my God! Please.
I've heard things, but I haven't heard the actual album yet.
Please. Oh my God.
okay, so
Was it bad?
so I have been waiting, and I know Q has been waiting. I don't know if anybody else has been
Absolutely.
waiting, but
Yes.
Kanye finally dropped Donda, and it's got a lot of mixed reviews. I just stop. Stop. I'm not gonna lie. I switched off of that. That shit was annoying. That's up there with Solange's Things I Imagine. Like I just switched it off.
Come on, leave Solange alone. Leave Solange alone.
I saw.
Leave Solange alone, man.
I love
Oh my
Solange.
God.
I love
Was
Solange.
it
I
bad?
love Solange. I just hate that album. I hate that album.
Bro, a seat at the table, that's me and Ray's album right there.
Yeah, you can't go from
just
a seat
saying.
at the table to that album. I'm sorry.
That's like hearing LMA after every song she makes start talking and shit.
You gotta know.
I'm sorry. That is the most annoying shit in the world. I love LMA. But when she starts talking after every fucking song, it's like, oh my God. Next song, please.
That's how you know she was full of herself. But anyway, what did you Q? Or no, actually
God.
Tanya. Let me start with Tanya. What did you think about Kanye West's Donda album? And then Q. We're gonna get to Q.
I felt like at least to me, I felt like all the songs blended in together so well to the point that it just felt like one long song. And then there's 4 songs at the end that are just part 2s of songs that we already heard. So then I was confused as I was listening to it because I was working and listening to it. So then I was confused as I was listening to it, like, but didn't I already? Okay, and then I had to look. It's like, oh, okay, it's a part 2. Then the last song was like 12 minutes long. It was a lot, and it was long, and it was boring, and it's just unfortunate. It's really unfortunate for him.
I love the way you said unfortunate because I
swear, unfortunate sounds great coming up.
I think of Maxwell every time I hear unfortunate. So
damn.
Like the way unfortunate rolled off her tongue was just amazing. It's like she's been waiting to say that word.
Unfortunate. It was
oh my
hideous.
God, it's beautiful. Oh my God. Oh my
You're
God.
enjoying that a little too much.
Oh my God, she is going in. It is amazing. Unfortunate. You make it sound so just
Mufasa. Q, what you thought of the album, man?
Oh my God, here we go. I didn't think of the album. Okay, how about that one? I don't know what to think. I think Kanye West is trying to take a new leaf. He steered it in the right direction. It didn't hit. It was a couple songs I enjoyed. Of course, Jay-Z had the best verse on there. Like, when doesn't he have one? And it was like, I think it was one with Travis Scott I enjoyed, and then it was one with Baby Keem I enjoyed, and that's about it. Everything else was just like, what was that? What was the other gospel CD he put out? It's just,
Jesus is King.
yeah. I think his album had. It was like he had an album full of interlude songs. Like it just like it was like a bunch of intro and interludes. Like it was never the full song. And I don't know. It wasn't worth the wait. It was pretty good to me. Maybe I'm a Kanye West biased fan. I probably am. It wasn't great. I probably listened to about 4 songs again that I thought that was pretty good. But other than that, out of 10, I give it a 6. I won't. Yeah, I won't. Yeah, and I feel bad doing that, but I give it like a 6 out of 10, maybe 5. You know, it's 12 o'clock, so I think Drake's album is probably going to.
It don't come out till 2 a.m. They said.
Oh, that's fucking gay.
Speaking of gay, you gonna get that Lil Nas X album?
Boy, he just put a picture out of him being pregnant. I'm done.
Ray. You know exactly what I thought when I saw that shit. You know,
fuck around, got your boy pregnant.
Fuck around, got your boy pregnant.
I just like that. That picture just threw me off.
Oh man,
I just want you to know I will never forget that shit. Fuck me up telling that.
I don't know how I feel about it, but I generally didn't like it. I didn't like it. I think he sold me short with the whole live stream thing, the live thing that he had. I listened to the album that entire time. I was actually waiting. So like, yeah, nah, Kanye, no. If you're battling Drake already won. Just by his album cover. He has emojis with a bunch of pregnant women. Like, he beat you off the album cover.
Damn.
Like, you know, so Lupe Fiasco had that same album cover, just all black. So that's not even an original concept. Lupe had that.
Is anything Drake do an original concept? No.
Yeah, when he appropriates Caribbean accents. That's original.
No, it's not. It's not. It's just a terrible try.
Controller.
Stop it. He went on date with Rihanna and just got the feel, and he thought he can do it.
Hooks on your ass, front way, back way. You know.
Stop it! Oh my God! I will leave this chat, please. Stop! Oh my God!
I could be a professional Drake impersonator. I impersonate all their songs. You gotta be nice for what for these niggas?
Stop it! Oh my God! That
like shit.
Look, he's an impersonator, so it's easy to impersonate an impersonator. Shout out to Drake though. That's my guy though.
You could be someone else. Right now, you're someone else.
Shut the fuck
up. So Q, basically what So Q, basically what you're saying is that album left you with no type of emotion at all.
Yeah, basically. I'm not satisfied. I feel like I didn't get the Kanye West fix that I thought I would. I felt like he wasted days in Mercedes-Benz Arena for nothing. It wasn't what it was supposed to be. And yeah, I'm still holding on to the first 5 albums that he put out, and I'm gonna just go ahead and run with that.
So basically, I had the same type of feel. I felt nothing after I finished that album. Like, I even had like a meh feeling. it was just like I feel nothing.
You just went on with your daily life and just went back to playing your old shit that you was already playing.
I did. You know what I actually did? I listened to Nelly's album right after that.
Oh, you are disrespectful. That is just love.
And you know what's
Wait,
sad? Nelly's album is actually pretty good.
Oh man, no,
when did
Yeah,
Nelly
no.
drop an album?
I didn't
I,
know Nelly was still doing music.
yeah, he
Right.
just dropped that. I'm dead ass. He just dropped the album, man. I'm like, I was ready to clown it, and then I'm like, I like it. It's like,
Ray,
but back to
Now, wait, and now I got a question. I gotta ask: was it legitimately good, or was it
it
just
was it was Ray good. It was Ray good. It was I'll give it a
no, no, no,
chance.
no,
Good.
no, no, no. Hear me out. Hear me out. Now, was that Nelly album legit? Like it was good. Was it actually some fire, or was it just different? Better from the emotionless, whatever the fuck you want to call Kanye shit.
okay. To answer that question, I have to ask you a question. How do you feel about rap and country mixed together?
Stop it.
If it's
Okay,
all in my head, I think about
Stop
it
it
over
I
and over
over and
again.
over again.
okay, all right. That
If
now, when
done
you think
right,
about
it
it,
sounds good.
no, when
If
you
done
think
right, it can
about it,
sound good.
hold on, Dion. When you think about it, it sounds corny, but you realize like it's Nelly, so Nelly can get away with it. So that's basically sums up the album. He's like, anybody else would have done it, it'd have been fucking corny. Like when Justin Timberlake, he tried to throw a little country in his R&B. That was fucking corny.
Heartland is the name of his album.
Yes, Heartland is the name of the album. And he has
Okay.
songs with like Florida Georgia Line or some shit like that. And
Yeah.
Hootie and the Blowfish, or at least Darius Rucky, who was his Hootie. Um, I actually liked it, but with Kanye, I think if there's like a couple songs I would go back to is like the one with Hove, Off the Grid, and the one with the Lauryn Hill sample because I
Yeah,
thought that was
the
the
one with
best
the
song
Lauren.
on the album.
Yeah, the one with the Lauryn Hill sample. Okay, okay. If I'm gonna talk about any song, I'm gonna talk about that one. The one with the Lauryn Hill sample was absolutely amazing because I didn't think that he was going to take that sample and speed it up and do it the way that he did. But it kind of like surprised me and it gave me some type of excitement that maybe the rest of the album would be pretty fucking good. But then he lied to me again.
He said he lied to me.
All right,
Cause
if I know, Father, you probably wouldn't, since you're not a big Kanye fan. I know you won't listen to it, but when that song, that one Lauryn Hill song is like different from like the whole album, and is like that's the one I like. It was like if I had like a couple songs full of that, I would have been happy. Other than that, it was 27 fucking songs, and it's like 2 hours long. It's like
27
of
songs, bruh,
nothing,
for no fucking reason.
of
Why?
nothing. Who are you, Chris Brown? Stop it.
You like it what you see?
I swear.
So
Chris Brown
many
is the only
fucking
person that can
songs.
give Chris Brown is the only person that can give you like 22 songs and you be like, all right, okay. We just know you bored.
nigga gave me 50 songs and people still liked it. I was like,
Because it's Chris Brown and he's bored and he's that creative that he could just be like, all right.
I like Chris Brown when I was like, hell no. I was like that.
Shit.
But I did have a theory about it, like why didn't I like it? I already explained this to Tanya, so I'll, like explain it. Because if you've seen all the listening parties, it was just like in basically the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I feel like it was you're supposed to look at it like a play because if you saw all the things that was happening and he was putting on a big ass show during the listening party, that was like no other regular listening party. Usually a listening party is like 20 of your best friends and y'all just listening to the album. This was like a whole play. And I felt like you're supposed to visualize that while listening to the music, and you're supposed to get something out of that. Other than that, it's like if
So
you
it's supposed
just
to be something
listening
like a
to it,
musical,
Then put
basically.
out then you put out a movie. Then
Yeah,
that
do what
was
Michael
Yeah,
Jackson did.
or a visual album or something.
you
yeah, a
did
visual
that.
album like Jordan Lucas or Beyonce did, I figured he would do that.
What
And
happened to
plus,
the
also, I
fantasy?
also didn't like the fact that I don't know about y'all, but I was listening to YouTube music. It had no credits, so I didn't know who the fuck was singing half of the time. And Lil Yachty is trash. I gotta stop
Dog,
bagging on him. I need to stop
Hey,
dagging on him, but every time he throws a verse and I don't like, it's just like, wow, I'm never gonna like him rapping.
he's absolute garbage.
I want to like Lil Yachty, but
I
every
don't.
time you
No,
rap,
you don't.
it's just
I
like, no,
don't.
I don't.
I don't want to like him, and I don't like him. I don't want to. I'm not going to try to. I don't know.
Man.
He's
Don't ever
terrible.
let
He's
that shit come out your mouth again, Ray. You
like
don't want
he's
to like him.
like
Come on.
like he's little pump to me. Like, why are you here?
I'm up on these niggas. I'm up on
Like
these niggas. Yeah, I'm up on these niggas. What?
oh my god. Oh my god.
He sound like a grown ass Muppet to me every time.
He looks like a grown ass Muppet. Stop it. Snuffleupagus is
It's
like
just it's just
Chill out.
That's what I hear when I hear Lil Yachty.
like
Ah.
he sounds like he eats a a lifetime supply of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Like
Mixed with
he just
marbles.
like he's gargling peanut butter while he's talking. Like I don't understand
Y'all
it.
are funny as shit. I just want
Like
y'all.
you sound like you're underwater, my guy.
This Lil Yachty.
Yeah.
Yes,
At
Lil
what
Do you
Yachty.
point is
remember
it
years
like,
ago when he was on some radio show and they were asking him to freestyle and he started, they put the beat on and he's like, and as soon as he tried, he just tapped out and he's like, I'm not a rapper. You don't remember that?
I remember that.
Trash.
I remember that.
Oh
man.
my God. I was like, okay, he admitted it.
He
Oh
is garbage.
shit.
I can't stand Lil Yachty.
That's so bad.
I really don't. I don't like his face.
I can understand that.
He roared
I don't
how
think
high
he
I can
likes
too.
dig
his
that.
face.
That nigga
Like,
roared how high too.
I
yo,
don't want to acknowledge that movie.
and DC Young Fly saved it. And he
To
wasn't
me, that shit was
even that
bad
great.
all around.
And he wasn't even that great.
As much as I fuck with DC Young Fly, like, and he couldn't even save that movie in my eyes. To me, that shit was just bad.
It was. It was like, why you picked the wrong people to be in that movie? Like,
And then
you're supposed to get two people who are like
It should have never been
no.
called how high. I'm gonna just
Yeah,
say that.
exactly. You didn't
You
even
should have
have
called.
Red and Method Man in it. Like,
Yeah,
stop it.
you could have called it Two Niggas on the Couch because that's basically what that movie was. Just two
Two
niggas on the
niggas on the couch. I like that, Ray. We're gonna make a movie like that.
couch.
Two
niggas on the couch.
Two niggas on the couch.
I keep telling you, I still got that Pookie and Ray Ray skit that I was supposed to do.
Oh man, you ain't ready.
That's it. The script's been
So
done, my guy.
Okay.
so
Oh yeah.
so
Don't let me
so
be.
who's who and so who's supposed to be Pookie or Ray Ray or whatever.
I don't know.
Not-
The thing came from a joke because like my mom called me Pookie and my grandmama called me Ray Ray. And you know everybody that calls everybody that's fucked up in the hood the Pookies and the Ray Rays. So
yeah.
every time I hear that I cringe. That's where the idea came from. So
Damn.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely Ray Ray because Ray Ray sounds shiesty as shit. Like he do fucked up shit.
Now, how
Like
the
he
fuck you
sound
gonna
like
be Ray Ray and his name is Ray right there?
that's the shiesty shit. That's starting off right there.
That's the
Start
funny
off the
part.
shiesty
You
shit right
want to
there.
know, yo? If you do that shit, Ray, when you're done with that skit and you do the credits, make sure you emphasize that your name is Ray and emphasize that your name was Pookie throughout the whole thing.
yeah.
Like, come on. Like that's the shiesty shit. I stole the nigga name. You know what I'm saying?
You don't deserve
Nigga
that name.
pissed me
I'ma
off.
take it.
Yeah,
No.
you know what I'm saying? I'm twice the Ray. You know what I'm saying? You only one Ray. I'm twice. You know what I'm saying?
He's
twice.
Ray. I'm Ray Ray. It's just
You know what I'm saying? I'm
that's
twice
some
this nigga.
Ed Netty shit if I ain't ever
That is some Ed and Eddie.
Ray, and Raymond.
Ray, and Raymond. Like what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Oh shit! But
Any
yeah,
last word
all of
before
that.
we move on to our final thoughts?
I hate Lil Yachty. How about that one? I just thought I emphasized my dislike and distaste for Lil Yachty and the broccoli. I never liked none of that shit. Nothing that had to do with your lawyer. I don't like his braids, his beads. Oh, I don't like that ugly ass couch he paid $20,000 for. Like I
You don't
don't
like
like
his
nothing about.
face?
I don't like his face. I don't like his chin. His chin looks like an elbow. I don't like it.
His chin does look like an elbow.
His chin looks like a kneecap. It looks like it holds a lot of fucking weight.
Y'all niggas are going in.
His he has the face of Squidward's house. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm
He
done.
really does, though. He really does with the
He
face.
does though. It just he looks like Squidward and the house. Like it's both. Okay, now I'm done.
Y'all
Okay.
remember when Squidward's house put his fucking fingers through his ears to cover his ears?
And then put beaded braids in his hair. Lil Yachty under the water, and he already sounds like he's underwater too, so it works together.
Okay. We're gonna go into our final thoughts, and I'm gonna start with Q since he's already on a roll. I'm gonna start with Q.
I'm gonna just this my. I hope he drowns in air. Like,
Nigga, what?
Stop it! Nigga, stop it!
I swear to God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You
All
are
right,
not.
I'm sorry.
Oh
I'm not.
shit!
I'm sorry.
I swear, if I was drinking something, I'd have spit that out. Oh my God.
All right,
I'm going to be thinking about that for the rest of the night. I hope this nigga drowns in air.
I hope that nigga drowns in air.
Like,
I'm giving you credit too. I'll be like,
That's going to be
that once
honestly. That's going to be the title of this podcast. Q, thank you. I hope he drowns in air.
Drowning in air. Oh God.
Oh man.
You got this nigga stuck, yo.
Oh shit. That was funny as hell. All right, I'm sorry. All right. Final thoughts. This is the first week of school for kids. I'm still not happy. I still don't want my kid going through that germ infested building, but I have no choice right now. So I'm just taking the right precautions. I done bought enough Lysol and enough wipes to clean the entire building. Yeah, I'm happy to be on this podcast again. And I really don't have nothing because I have no battle rap. I have no sports shit. You know, nobody, nothing. His album was trash, and I'm waiting for Drake. Drake, please make me happy. Please make me. No, matter of fact, no. Scratch that. My bad. I said that the wrong way. Drake, make me miserable, please. I want to be depressed. I want to be sick of my relationship. And ain't nothing wrong with my relationship. I promise you, everything's good with me and my girl. But I want to be sick of it by the time I'm done with this album. That's how I know it's a platinum. Like if I'm tired, if I'm calling the ex I don't want to call, like you did a good job. Let's pray that Drake actually did something good. Oh yeah, and I'm smoking on top 5. So yeah.
We're sitting here fucking praising toxicity.
Shout out to Baby King.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Baby King. I'm smoking on top 5.
Oh shit.
Yeah, thank y'all. I appreciate it. You know, all that good stuff. It's good to hear from y'all again.
All right. Dion, you up next.
Okay. So been a lot of sad news in wrestling this week. First of all, y'all heard about that story with Rikishi's niece getting shot?
No.
This happened in Cali. I think this was like a month ago when this happened. I gotta pull it up again. Actually, you know what? No, let me go in the group chat because the video that I found talking about the shit, I shared it in the group chat. I can't remember the poor girl's name, but I do remember. Yeah, she's Rikishi's niece, and you know, to my knowledge, they're actually still looking for the gunman involved in that. Also, pull this back up. Chance for Will, aka WCW and TNA's Daphne Unger.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
rest,
sad.
rest in peace.
That was really sad.
Um, check check on your people if you know anyone who suffered any kind of head trauma.
Repeat that again.
Well, okay. Do you remember a female WCW wrestler went by the name Daphne Unger, real name Shannon Spruill?
Yeah, I remember her.
Yeah, passed away.
Damn.
Um,
Damn.
apparently she succumbed to complications due to CTE. You know, history of concussions and shit. Along, from what I've read, along with other like mental health issues, also probably related to the repeated concussions.
Yeah,
So
she there was an Instagram video. She did an Instagram live of her just like breaking down.
yeah, it was almost as if she knew. It was
Yeah,
almost
she
as if
turned her
she
phone. Like
knew.
people were trying to get in touch with her. Like people were legitimately trying to get in touch with her, but they couldn't because she turned her phone off after the live.
Mm.
And then see that's the thing with that. No, it's just like now was this her succumbing to the issues with the CTE or was this a suicide?
It was more so the suicide. I didn't even hear the CTE till you brought it up.
Yeah, but either way, yeah. We talked about mental health more times on this podcast than I could goddamn remember. But it's something that needs to be like continually touched on because you know shit like this. You know the direction the world is going. Yeah, mental health is something that needs to be continually harped on. It needs to be taken goddamn seriously, man. Check on your people. Check on your damn selves. You know, this is something that probably could have been avoided. But yeah, rest in peace. That's it.
All right, Tanya, it's on you.
So I feel a little odd asking this question now after that, but here we go. We're going to ask it anyway. So
Okay.
so they just announced the next verses. Did y'all see that?
What was
Oh
Ja
no!
Rule and wasn't it
Oh
Ja
Yeah,
Rule
it's
and
Ja Rule and Fat Joe. So I actually wanted to pose a question to y'all and ask you guys how you felt about that.
Why?
Um, do I have to
You know
go
what's
into my?
sad? Ja Rule had a fire run when he did, but I don't want to see it. I don't
Do
want to
I
see
have
that
to? Do
versus.
I have to go into my dislike for Fat Joe now? Like, I don't. Like Ray. Do I
All
have to
right,
do it?
Fat Joe.
I don't like Fat Joe.
Ja Rule versus Fat Joe.
Oh Lord, I'm out.
I'm not watching that versus. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm
Like
avoiding that
he
shit.
like.
Do you
Ain't no way.
gimmick together?
Part of me wants to say it, and part of me kind of feels like y'all. Like, why?
It's
Do
in New York. I think that's the
I've
only
got
reason.
you
I've got nothing against either artist. So if I had to pick, I'm sorry, I have to lean towards Ja.
Oh, I think Ja Rule's gonna kill Fat Joe.
Yeah,
The
Ja
thing
Rule
is,
definitely got that.
the first person I thought of was 50 Cent. And that's sad. Not the fact that Ja Rule had hits. Not that, oh, I can't wait till he plays Holla Holla, which that has never ever came out my mouth. Pause. Um, the first person I thought of was I think 50 Cent is going to clown the fuck out of him if it's going to be a terrible show. It's
funny you say that because was it last month or the month before 50 was actually hanging out with Fat Joe for his birthday?
Oh my god. What is it?
Oh shit.
It's like, and what the fuck is Fat Joe going to play besides lean back?
He's got that, Make It Rain. He's probably gonna play the shit he did with Big Pun. That's it. That's all I can think of.
That's Big Pun shit. Who's gonna play New York, New York? They both gotta perform New York, New York.
Surprise appearance by Jadakiss.
What else? Baby Girl, I Won't Tell. That, damn. You got I'm going real back. You got a Flo Joe, and is Remy Ma gonna be there? Because
she has to be. It's Fat Joe. She has to be.
And I don't even hate Fat Joe the way Q hates Fat Joe, but it's just like I don't know any Fat Joe songs like that.
I mean, I listened to his first 2 albums, but he's definitely not going to use those. I don't feel like
I have one of his albums too. I think it was Jose. Jealous One, Still Envy.
Fat Joe is like playing Cheerios. He's there with no taste. It's like,
oh yeah, he's gonna play All the Way Up. Why did I forget that?
He's gonna play. I hate all
that
the way
song,
up.
by the way.
He's gonna play Lean Back. He's gonna play Make It Rain. He's gonna play Another Round. He's gonna play.
I forgot about that one.
They're both gonna play. I'm from New York. And I'm trying to think. He got the song with. Hey, he had the song with Ashanti.
Oh, what's love?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Song with Ashanti.
Thank you. That's when he showed up shirtless and everybody clowned him.
Because why would you do that on purpose?
Yeah,
like,
because
I'm
it's
trying
Fat
to
Joe.
think. I can't really think of no other. All his songs that are good are like features and shit, and every feature he has like the worst feature. Like he never has a feature that's like, oh shit, that's Fat Joe, man, he fucked that up. No, it's just like, oh shit, that's Fat Joe. Like, is he gonna? Yeah, that's all. Like, it's never nothing that goes crazy. Like, I'm sorry, I'm the person that believes the song "Make It Rain" would have not been good if it wasn't for Lil Wayne. Nobody would have cared about it. It was just Lil Wayne who made the song.
Or R. Kelly, because he ordered 1 bottles and he got more models than he ordered more bottles than he got more models. So
What kind of bottles were they? Were they bottles for underage kids?
I don't know. I'm not touching that.
Like, I don't even like. I'm gonna discredit every lyric that R. Kelly has ever said because I'm gonna question everything he's ever said.
I did when he the "Let Me Serve You Up" remix when he said, "I'll give you a glass of lemonade." And I was just like, "Where's that lemonade from?"
You bastard! You bastard!
I had to question that one. I was like, "Oh no, right here."
Yeah, I'm not trusting no lemonade from him. I'm not trusting no drink from him.
Drip, drip, drip.
Dog.
Oh man! And to answer your question, Tanya, the reason why he came out there shirtless because he was trying to be like LL Cool J, but someone forgot to tell him the man's built like an albino walrus. But he can do what he wants.
Hey, and that's enough. Hey, and I stand by my statement. That's another dude who used to have the sideburns, man. Them sideburns did something. He ain't had no mustache. He ain't never had a mustache. He had sideburns, man. I'm telling y'all, the sideburns do it. But nobody cares about Fat Joe. And Ja Rule was literally Drake before Drake even like lost his step. Like he was literally doing everything Drake was doing before Drake even popped up. But 50 Cent just came and stole all that shit.
I want Dave Chappelle to host this, just so he can
And
say
then
who gives a fuck what Ja Rule got to say.
like and then
Wow.
like like history tried to repeat itself because Meek Mill tried to do the whole 50 Cent thing. You know what I'm saying? Tried to bully his way into Drake, but the only difference is Drake is like Canadian, and then he's sheltered by like the biggest gangster in Houston, so he can literally do whatever the fuck he want and get away with it. Ja Rule, on the other hand, was a victim of an industry mode. He was an industry plant. 50 Cent, my opinion, is the biggest industry plant ever, and that's Ja Rule just got bad luck out of that. And then he started a battle with Busta Rhymes and Eminem. Like, stop it. He can't even play. He can't play the song "Clap Back" because he didn't clap back to nobody. He lost. Like nobody wants to see. Do we really want to see a versus of 50 Cent's two biggest rivals so 50 Cent control it the entire time? You know what? Matter of fact, I am going to watch that because I feel like 50 Cent is going to be somewhere in those comments.
50 Cent might pop up at that motherfucker.
No,
If
no,
if
because
50 Cent pop up there, I'm cutting that shit off, and I know all this shit is a lie.
if
9/11 is a lie.
if 50 Cent pops up, somebody's going to fight.
If 50 Cent pops up, 9/11 is a lie.
What?
Yeah, I went that far. I went that far. That's how much I know 50 Cent is not going to
That's
show up.
shit. Damn, that's a reach. That's a Dawson from Street Fighter reach. You
Hey,
went all the way across
that,
the screen.
hey, that's what I do. I'm reach God. I'm telling you, if 50 Cent
Oh
shows up
shit!
at this
With
versus,
both hands, nigga. Damn, just
hey, dog, I'm telling you, Manute Bowl, bruh, 7'10" wingspan. I'm telling if 50 Cent shows up at this versus with Ja Rule and Fat Joe, 9/11 never existed.
Uh,
shit.
Tanya, is that it? Was that it?
Yep, that was it.
Okay. Crystal's on you.
Right. So I don't know if I announced it, but I guess judging from my past times on this show, I've kind of taken a break from the medical field. It's kind of crazy right now, but I have coworkers that call me for, therapeutic talks. And recently, about 2 or 3 days ago, I had a friend of mine complain that she didn't get a promotion based on the color of her skin. Now, they didn't directly tell her that because, of course, they don't want to be sued. But I like reminding my friends that basically have melanin in their skin who the fuck they are. So I pointed out some things to her and I wanted to share it with the panel. Just in case we forget. We don't forget, but sometimes we need a reminder who the fuck we are. So the biochemical melanin found in Black people is worth 8 times more than gold. Okay. So not only is melanin more valuable than gold, it's also more useful. Okay. Melanin is also extracted from food waste. In 2015, River Road Research, a technology development company, was awarded a patent. Think about that, by the United States, the Patent and Trademark Office, USPTO, to produce melanin from food waste and use it to develop organic battery technology. Melanin's boiling point is 450 degrees, okay? And a form of melanin makes up the ink used by many cephalopods as a defense mechanism against predators. All right. Melanin protects microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, and stresses that involve cell damage, such as UV radiation from the sun, and reactivate oxygen species. All right. Melanin also protects against damage from high temperatures, chemical stresses, heavy metals, and oxidation agents. A common thing that we're reading here, that I'm reading here to you guys, is that melanin is very powerful and it protects. So I just had to remind her who the fuck she is. They should be happy to have her on their team. And if not, she needs to take her gold elsewhere. That's all I have to say.
Something just crossed my damn mind. See, you talk about all the different capabilities of melanin, in particular in the medical field. And I started thinking about, damn, there's all these motherfucking black children popping up missing.
Mm-hmm. You're putting them
Just,
together, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get me started on that.
D Wolf, did you do a final thought yet?
No, not yet.
Okay,
But
you next.
first in response to Tanya, I'm not into the whole versus thing, but I would choose Ja Rule because I'm biased, because I met him once and he's a Pisces, and I don't know, I find his voice entertaining. So
He
that's
cheated a bunch of people out of millions of dollars on a fake yacht
oh, I heard
extravaganza.
I
about that.
fucking
I heard
remember
about
that.
that.
Fire fest.
Yeah.
Fire
I'm
fest.
just talking
I'm
about this
sorry,
versus thing here.
this
I don't
nigga is
mind.
stupid.
I'm not factoring in the bullshit or anything like that. I'm just talking about
No,
just
I
for
just
this
didn't want to
versus.
seem biased towards Fat Joe, even though I don't like Fat Joe. I had to just put something bad
Ah,
about Ja Rule to even it out.
gotcha. But yeah, my final thoughts is I don't know. I just want to I don't know because I've been feeling kind of down this week because of what's been happening in Afghanistan, building up towards the 30th, and I just want to. I just want to just pray for those people who were left behind with no there's no protection. There's nothing that could be done for them right now, and yeah, because what they will do, and that's what's been keeping me down for a while, is knowing what they will do once they find the people who are stranded. And I know what they do on the regular. I know what they do to gay people. I know what they do to certain women who overstep the smallest thing due to Sharia law, things of that nature. So imagine the Afghans who worked for the U.S., the ones who were cool with everyone else who didn't follow Sharia law and things of that nature, and also the Americans that are there. Like, I'm very scared for them right now because this wasn't going to happen. It didn't have to happen, and it happened, and purposely. So yeah, and that's
Can
my
I
final
add?
thoughts.
Can I add two things to that?
Go for it.
First of all, as someone who I've never been anywhere near Afghanistan. I went to Iraq when I deployed, but you know, having been to the Middle East in general, with what's happening over there, I feel some kind of way. Like I've lost friends, over there over this shit, and also, why aren't people coming at Joe Biden's head about all of this? Are we forgetting that Bush started this shit?
Mm-hmm.
I just
He
wanted to throw
started
that out
this.
there.
He started it. I was thinking the other day. At least Obama was at least targeting these motherfuckers.
Right.
At least because with Biden, he's being friends with them. At least although Obama was hitting Americans, at least he was hitting them. I can say at least, But God, oh man, the way this played out has just been like tearing me up on the
Yeah,
inside.
it's a shit show. On top of the fact that we're approaching the 20-year anniversary of 9/11.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh shit. I shoot. I
Like,
can't
I'm
I
praying
can't even
for a
think of that
miracle.
without I can't even
I'm
think
praying
of
for a
that
miracle.
without cringing. I
Yep.
saw one
Y'all,
of them planes.
I forgot to say this. I wanna give all condolences and sympathy to anybody who's been dealing with this hurricane Ida that's been going through. New York got flooded really bad yesterday.
Oh
It killed
yeah,
like nine
yeah.
people. It killed like
They're
nine
calling it
people.
Sandy 2.0.
Yeah, and a couple things happened in Louisiana. A couple people lost their homes. So I want to just give our prayers and all good spirits to anybody who's going through this
Yeah, the
hurricane, this
whole East
this
Coast
whole
got fucked.
disaster system. This whole disaster situation is terrible around this time. So I just want to give out any type of positive energy to anybody who's listening and going through that right now.
That's it.
That's it.
All right, father is on you.
So I have two things I want to say, and the first thing is in response to Crystal, and I'm gonna keep saying this. God bless you. God motherfucking bless you. And the second thing, and that's gonna be the catchphrase, I'm telling you. And the second thing, I just wanna, give out a bit of fatherly wisdom. So anybody in this world can take advantage of you. Anybody can switch up. You are not untouchable. Master your vulnerabilities and strengthen your foundation as a human being, because that is how you take the hits you do not see coming. And with that, I am finished.
I think they're going to impeach Biden. I for some reason with what D Wood talked about and the whole thing is going on with Afghanistan and them leaving a bunch of weapons and all that. I know we already spoke about it like a couple weeks ago,
Right.
but all I'm gonna say is I think they're going to
I
impeach Biden.
saw I saw something pertaining to that. A lot of the equipment and shit that was left behind in Afghanistan, vast majority of that shit is broken.
I'm pretty sure it is. But hey, it still was irresponsible for him to leave that shit over there.
Yeah, they're using the helicopters to hang people.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Like I said, it may not happen soon, and I know like Biden's in his first year, and like a lot of people in their first year have to deal with a lot of bullshit. I'm not, but at the same time, I feel like because the people on the left is really coming at him hard, especially with this and the vaccine and everything. I think they're going to impeach that man, and he might go further than what they was doing with Donald Trump because I don't think there's no one there to protect them from getting impeached and actually getting out and having Kamala Harris because Kamala Harris has been real quiet. I haven't seen her in like months, so
Oh, they
I think
Even
I think
Democrats
she
are
needs
like
to go.
saying they
they're
don't even
keeping
want
her.
her. They
I'm
want to
sure
do
they're
both
keeping
of them.
her on a short leash. I'm
Oh,
sure they're keeping her
they want to
on
get
an
rid of
extremely
both of
short
them,
leash.
even the Democrats. Like you would think it will be just the Republicans, but like the Democrats are mentioning both of them, both names. Like normally
Well,
it's just the president, but I don't know how that works if you can do that. But and they're saying then if that happens, then Pelosi will take over, and no one's gonna be down for that. So who knows what's gonna come next?
yeah. If you're saying that, then God help us all.
Mm-hmm.
So also I feel sorry for Cam Newton. I know we don't talk sports on here much, but goddamn Cam Newton, I'm sorry that you lost your job on your day off, like Craig. I hope.
Literally, it was literally his day off, you guys,
Why did the Patriots cut him?
because Matt Jones.
I want to know. I just want to know if there was like a legitimate like reason. Why?
Because he's black.
Not that.
Because he, no, I don't think it's because he was black. I mean, Ray, not this time.
You don't think so?
No, not this time. I don't think it was a race thing this time.
Okay. If you say
I
so.
think, I think it was because Cam Newton is a high volume, like he's a big name, and Cam Newton is a starter in this league, and they felt like they were going with the young dude to start, and they couldn't do who wants to be the team that like doesn't start Cam Newton. Like that's it's pretty big, and then they're paying him. So it's more to it than just that. I felt like they were just comfortable with the young dude, and they got rid of Cam Newton. You knew it was going to happen. I mean, to be honest, if you was watching the OTAs and training camp, you knew it was bound to happen. You knew Cam Newton wasn't going to get the starting job. Put it this way. But the releasing thing kind of caught me off guard. But I don't look at Bill Belichick as the racist. I definitely don't look at Robert Kraft as the racist.
That nigga
So
be
I
with
just
Meek
think
Mill, so you probably have a point.
he helped release Meek Mill and like took care of him when he first came back home. So like Robert Kraft is like the last person I think that is a racist person. So I really think it was just production. And look, we're gonna go with the younger guy. We appreciate the opportunity. And yeah, it happens to the best of us. Well, not us, because we don't make it to the NFL, but you get it.
I get it. Also, stay tuned. I got some other reviews that's gonna be popping up. I gotta finish the Kalani album, so I gotta see. um, and then with that, and also
Hold on,
Suki.
wait.
What?
I gotta drop some news.
Go
My
ahead.
man Soldier Boy about to drop a diss on Kanye West. I'm about to laugh my ass off.
Lord Jesus, help
He is
us.
dissing Kanye West. I gotta hear
Okay. Also,
it.
Sukion is probably one of the worst female rappers I've ever heard, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. I was
That name is horrible.
Worse than Koi, whatever the fuck her name is.
Koi is
That
not a
little skinny
rapper.
bitch.
Coi Leray is not a rapper. She's a
She's
Disney
not a rapper.
character.
No, she's a GTA stripper.
She is Nibbles from Tom and Jerry because that's what she sound like. The fucking rat from Tom and Jerry. That's what she sounds. Sound
I
like
No,
don't
Nibbles.
care. I
no.
don't care what nobody say.
She's the daughter of Yzma from Emperor's New Groove, bro.
Pull the lever, crack.
Yeah, that was her.
Bruh.
She is the rap game's Meg Griffin. That's what she is. It's just everybody was saying that.
Oh,
She's built like the worm from fucking Men in Black. Like
You ain't shit.
She is. You know what's weird? If this was the '90s, she'd have probably been like the person people would go after. Because I don't know. I don't want to say she's built like Aaliyah, but her and Aaliyah, they both skinny and shit. But
Aaliyah had the big head syndrome. She was pretty with a big ass head, so she was good.
By the
okay.
way, shout out to the black woman with the big foreheads. There's blessings on top of
Dog,
that.
we love you. We love y'all.
Oh yeah, and
Big
Romeo. I think the Romeo Must Die soundtrack is supposed to be coming out soon, so I'm gonna be looking up
everything of
for
Aaliyah is coming out. Thank you, God.
that. I'm just waiting for him to drop the self-titled album. So also, J. Cole still got album of the year, in my opinion.
Thank you. I just I wasn't gonna say it. J. Cole's still running. He's still number one.
Look. Is right now is J. Cole. The next day might be Tyler, because I think Tyler has a good ass album too this year. But I have 4 months until I have to get my top 10 albums of the year. So right now it's J. Cole. Tomorrow could be
Tomorrow
Tyler.
tomorrow's gonna be Drake, according to Twitter.
I don't believe it. To me, Drake hasn't had a good album since Nothing Was the Same. So
Damn, that's fire.
am I lying?
I gotta think. Nah, if you're reading this too late, was good.
Okay. Was that better than Nothing Was the Same to you?
No, but that's not the point. That is not the point. Jesus Christ. I don't think
I will give it to you, but it's just like
I don't think anything was better than Kanye West's graduation, but that's just me. I know
yep,
you.
you're right.
I know
You're right.
everybody right here feels like Dark Twisted Fantasy was the shit, but graduation was like him in his prime, like without being crazy, like the perfect Kanye West.
Oh yeah, you remind me. I was supposed to
Shit.
have a top five Kanye West album, and then I was supposed to do one for Drake, and then one for Kendrick because Kendrick's dropping, and that's who I think is going to have the album of the year if everything else falls
Especially
apart.
this one being his last one with TDE. Yeah, that nigga, he's coming with heat.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, it's gonna be J Cole versus Kendrick.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a toss up because I
yeah,
don't care. J Cole album was complete fire
yeah.
from
So
start to finish. It was crazy.
this is going to be like one of my toughest top tens. If Kendrick comes with fire, if Drake comes with fire, because I already thought Lloyd Banks' album, I thought that was really good too, and that one, I had that one up there with album of the year too. I think there's a lot of potential, so it's a good year in hip hop. Let's just say that. I hope this Kalani album is good because I like crazy Spanish women, but she's been okay with me when it comes to singing. So
Yeah, you talking about the one that she released earlier this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
You liked it?
I liked it.
All right, I'll give you.
There's a song in there. The shortest song in that album is the best one for me.
It's always
It's
short ones.
always the short fucking.
It's
But no, that
always
song is fire. And did you hear Tinashe's album yet? Oh shit, he died.
He went bye-bye.
Did
it drop?
Yeah, it dropped already.
It dropped already? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, I'm gonna have a long weekend. All right.
I'm just letting you know, but I'm gonna let you know this right now, not to like spoil it or anything. But for me personally, it still does not beat Night Ride. That is still her top fucking project.
That's a dope ass project, though. That was a dope ass project. So that's all I got. I'd like to thank the panel for getting on again. I would like to thank for everybody for listening to hear us talk our shit again.
Fuck
This
Lil
is
Yachty.
and fuck Lil Yachty.
Had to emphasize that, huh?
Yeah, I had to make sure y'all heard that one because that's what. Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, this is you know what? Let me just say podcast, and we're signing out. Peace.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yo.